Okay, we're back again. Hopefully this time TikTok behaves itself. Hello, Carolyn. Hello, Linda. Hello, Melissa. Hello, Anne Man. Hello, Sian. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Mandy Parker. Hello, Jackie. Lovely to see you all jumping on. Hello. Hello, Lorraine. Hello, Angel with Wings. Lovely to see you. Okay, we have people jumping on. Hello. Hello, Stacy. My dear friend, Stacy Hubbard. Hello. Now, let me see, because I think I can make Stacy moderator. Yep, I can. Okay, Stacy, I've just added you as moderator. Hello, Lucy. Yay, Lucy's here. Yay, I have two of my moderators on already. Lucy, Lou, and Stacy Hibbard. Oh no, I don't like spiders. I may be a witch, and I mean no harm to spiders, but as long as they give me my space and they have their space and never the twain shall meet. They've got too many legs and too many eyes for my liking. Oh no, get your besom. If it's got a baseball bat, get your... I've just got this picture in my head of a spider and a baseball bat. That is hilarious. Hello, Terry. Hello, Parveen. Anything is possible. You just make it happen. Ask the universe and it will give you. I have lots of people will say, will I get this? Will I manage to get that? Or will I manage to get that? I always say, if you ask the universe and you imagine that you've already got it, that's the magic of manifestation. A lot of people don't believe in manifestation. But when you think about the physical body and the spiritual body, right? Take away our physical body. We are just vessels of energy. The universe is energy. Everything is energy. So for whatever we want in life, we just have to manifest it. And it's not just a case of saying, hey, universe, give me abundance, or help me get to the beach, or help me get to Disneyland, or help me get to whatever. You have to imagine, really, really imagine it in your mind's eye, that you're actually at the beach. You've got the money to get there, and you're actually at the beach. And concentrate on that feeling. How does it feel to be at the beach? How does it feel to be having the wind and the sea, air, and everything that goes with that? And keep that feeling. And every day, keep that feeling and keep asking the universe, bring it to me. That's when the magic, pardon me, I've got hiccups tonight. That's when the magic happens. Again, with the houses, manifest it. Thank you for the roses. If we want something badly enough, we have to feel it within our own being. You know, if I want extra finances, I have to imagine what it would actually feel like to have that extra finance now. And then usually what happens, I get extra finances somewhere along the line, whether it's in commission from my shop or whether it's doing extra reading bookings or healing bookings, etc. But it always works out because I don't just ask the universe for it, I feel it and I imagine it. And that's where the magic really, yeah, intention is everything. Hello, Barbara Gold. Hello, hello. Okay, for everyone that's new here, this is how I roll with my lives, as well as chatting in between. I do a card of the day first, and then I do a random pick for cards for 7 people. I'm actually going to do 8 people today because it is my friend's Lucy's birthday tomorrow. So Lucy will be one of the first ones on my list tonight. But what I'm going to do is I am going to do the card of the day, and then we're going to do a draw for 7 names to receive a reading as well as Lucy. So that'll be 8 readings tonight. So let me do the card of the day first, and then we will do the live draw. Okay. Barbara, the one thing that I can tell about anyone's parents, whoever they are that are in spirit, one, whatever they had on earth, as in ailments, etc., they're gone. They don't take it with them. Their health is totally returned. And I know that if we have a really close link with our loved ones that pass over, they never leave us. They're always watching over us. They're always listening. They're always with us. What I tend to do is when I'm shuffling the cards, if I do get any messages coming in, because I'm one of these mediums that I usually just allow spirit to come to me rather than me call on spirit, because sometimes you call on spirit and they're not there. If you imagine the amount of souls that are in the spirit realms, there are absolutely millions of them. So connecting to them, you know, like a lot of people think that being a medium is like dialing a number and you get through to the right person. I wish it was that simple. Often it's quite complicated. So the way that I've always worked is that I always allow spirit to come to me, because at the end of the day, spirit know where I am, but they also know where you are as well. So often if you're watching my live and a loved one happens to be around you, they will come and leave a message, and I will shout out names or messages, and anyone in the room that can take that name or message, please let me know. Yeah, I wish it was. I just got my nails done. I had little moons and stars, but today I wanted little bits of glitter. I don't know, let me see if I can get the light a little bit down to show you. I wanted the little red glitter and the black tips, because black is my color, but I also liked red as well, so I kind of have the red and the black today. I'm all sparkly. I love my sparkles. Thank you. Yes, she is. Exactly. She's always just, you know, all our loved ones. Let me just adjust this light. There we go. All our loved ones are just a thought away. Whenever we think about loved ones, the fact that we're thinking about loved ones in our mind brings them closer. Every time, I know that every time I think of my mom or I think of my dad, they're right there. It's like getting a loud hailer and just shouting, "Mom, where are you?" And they come. That's kind of how they roll. Um, so yeah, I've always been able to. Well, spirit have always been able to connect with me, even though I don't have a lot of physical sight. My spiritual sight makes up for that. Hello, hello. Oh, I'm so glad you did, Flora. Hello. And you know, I get that. We all miss our loved ones. My dad's been in spirit realms for since 1994. And I still miss him. He was my best friend, and I still miss him, but I know that he's only a whisper away. And I know that he always gives me guidance if and when I need it. But he doesn't he's not in my face all the time. He allows me to have my space. But yeah, our loved ones are always with us. Even if we can't see them, if we can't feel them, or if we can't sense them, they are always there. And they're always trying ways of trying to connect with us. Yes, there really is life after death because we don't really die. We carry on. If you take away the human body, you are left with a ball of energy. That's our soul, right? And when the soul enters a physical body like our human bodies, it connects with our brain. And our energy basically runs the brain. Um, and then when the brain dies, the energy goes back to spirit. And often we have lessons to learn in life. If we learn the lessons the first time round, we stay in spirit. Chances are you're not going to learn life lessons the first time round. So what happens is the energy ball, which we call our soul, a part of that breaks off, and the other part stays in spirit. The part that breaks off is reborn again to live another lifetime, but then memories are still part of that of the spirit. For example, the easiest way to think about it is I have a great grandmother in spirit. She was an Irish witch, and her magic name or witchy name was Lady Moon. She has been my guide since I was a baby, but she was also me. So I was her back in the 1800s. Then when she passed over into spirit, part of her soul fragmented, and then that became me. But I still have her memories, and I still have her knowledge, if that makes sense. So that's kind of how reincarnation comes into it. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah. How many people have had deja vu? Especially if you, like, for example, you go into a room that you've never been into before, you meet somebody that you've never met before, and you say something, and the little hairs on the back of your neck stand up because you get that deja vu that you know you've been in this room before. You spoke to this person before, but not in this lifetime. So how can you have been in this room? Or you've visited a place that you've never visited before, but you know exactly what's round the corner. You know what's round the next bend. How do you know that if you've never been here or in this lifetime? If you've never been there in this lifetime, but yet you know exactly where everything is, right? That's those deja vu moments. Why do we get them? It's our past life memories. Yes, we may not have been here in this life, but we certainly have in a past life. And we've certainly said something to that person in a past life, or we spoke to that soul in a past life. Deja vu moments is the universe's way of bringing you back to a memory or a moment in time that it replays again in this lifetime because there is a lesson to learn at that particular moment, right? That particular moment was probably a moment where you went wrong in the first life. And when you're back in this life, it's your chance to put it right. If you put it right, the next time you come back, you don't have to relive that lesson again. It's done. You've done that. Hello, without actually seeing photos, I can't tell you if there's any photos or videos. I can't tell you if there's anyone around you. Not through your name anyway. Hello, Alicia, I'm fine. Yes, it does. Yeah, exactly. You know, if you mess up the first time, you'll meet him again. You will definitely meet him again. I know my partner and I have lived a past life together before. And I know I was hung as a witch in past life because I can't wear chokers round my neck. I can't wear anything tight round my neck. It just gives me an awful feeling. I know a lot of people love chokers, but I can't wear anything that's too tight round my neck. I feel that my partner at one point in his life was shot because he protected witches. But he was also drowned at one point because even though he's never drowned or anything in this life, he can only go into water up to his waist, and then there's like a fear that comes in from somewhere, and he doesn't know where that fear comes from. When I was young, I used to be terrified of going near the edge of cliffs, and I never really understood why until I had a past life memory of actually running away from somebody and actually running off the edge of a cliff to my death. And that's why in this lifetime, I have a fear of cliffs, being too close to the cliff. Hello. The only really one, as far as relationships go, the only one that really and truly can understand or that would really, really know whether you should give up on somebody is you. Right? Because we all have an inner guidance system, and it's called intuition. And if we tune into our intuition will tell us if that relationship is worth pursuing or whether the relationship is not worth pursuing at all, if that makes sense. Hello. You know, everyone has a soulmate on this earth. Everyone. Some people never get to meet them, and some people do. And the thing is, if we don't meet them in this lifetime, we will always meet them in another lifetime. But again, if you wouldn't really want to meet your soulmate, manifest it. It's kind of what I did. I was in a 30-year, I'm just going to shuffle this card of the day while I'm talking, just so that we can get the card of the day out of the way, and then we'll pick 7 names for the readings. I was going through a 30-year bad narcissistic marriage, and at times I was suicidal. Just wanted to end it. I would be free from the abuse because I was isolated from my friends, I was isolated from my family. Unbeknownst to me, my ex was telling a whole pack of lies about me, that I was the wife from hell, and that he had a rough life with me, and he was doing that because if I ever left him, which I threatened to do so many times, then he could put blame on me. See, I told you she was a bad woman, and look, now she's gone with somebody else. That's kind of how they play it. But what actually happened was 2 years before I left my ex, I took my dog for a walk, and I had some sacred herbs, and I cast a spell on the full snow moon at midnight. And I said to the universe, I know, I feel it in my soul that my soulmate is here somewhere. Help me find him, because he's my only escape. Now, on that same moon, at the same time, my current partner, i.e. my soulmate, had also gone through some pretty rocky relationships. And he cast a spell on the snow moon on the same year, and 2 years later we met. And the rest is history. He gave me the courage to leave my ex. He had his own home, so I didn't have to have the worry about where was I going to go. He already had a home, and we've been together 8 happy years ever since. Yep. Thank you for everyone. Thank you for everyone, for the likes, etc. Thank you, Lucy. This is why I love my moderators. I don't have to worry about the negative people in the live, because Lucy's taking care of that. Okay. Manifest it. Whatever you want. Ask the universe for it. Is there a soulmate out there for you? Ask the universe to bring him. It does work. You just have to believe. There's no point in asking the universe and half not believing it. You know, there's no point saying, universe, show me where my soulmate is. And then saying to yourself, oh, well, that's not going to work, but it's worth a shot, right? You've already put doubt into the universe, so the universe is going to say, well, that was half-hearted, I'm not going to bother. So you really need to put your heart and soul into any manifestation. And you really need to put your belief system in there. And you can get anything that you want. Yep, exactly. But not just ask for it, feel it. You know, if you want more abundance, i.e. you want more money so that you can pay bills, etc., ask the universe, help me to have more money, more abundance, even if it's just enough to pay my bills. Then what you do is you start imagining you've got that money in your hand and all your bills are paid. And then you think, how does that make you feel? You've just paid all your bills, you've just cleared all your debt. How does that feel? It feels wonderful, right? Keep that feeling. Keep asking, keep imagining, keep feeling. That is how you manifest. It's not just a case of the words. You have to believe that you've already got it. Feel that you've already got it. That's how true manifestation works. Yep, ask, believe, and it will happen. Oh, thank you, Teddy. Heart and intuition, right? Think of it this way. Your heart is human. Your intuition is spiritual. Always follow the intuition, right? Following the heart or following the mind can get us into hot water, right? Because it can trick us. The human brain and the heart can trick us. Intuition can't trick you. You know, how many of us wanted to do something and we felt in our gut it was the wrong thing to do, but doing it was more exciting than following the gut instinct. And what did we do? We went against our gut instinct. Did it turn out right? No, it didn't, right? Why is that? Because our gut instinct had already told us, listen, you do that, you're going to get hurt. You go with him, you're going to get hurt. But you go with him anyway, because your heart is saying, I love this man to bits, so I'm going to go with him, to hell with what my gut instinct says. You know, my gut instinct told me to stay away from my ex. My heart told me not to. I wish I had listened to my intuition. I would have saved myself 30 years of heartache and abuse. Yep. Hello, Ruby Pearl. I'm doing fine. Thank you. How are you? Okay. So I'm just going to shuffle these cards and see what the card of the day is for everyone. And then I'm going to pick 7 more names. I've already got Lucy down because Lucy's birthday tomorrow. So she's a birthday girl. She gets a card. And she's also my moderator and works really, really hard at keeping my lives peaceful, because we don't want any negative. I don't do negativity. I'm not negative to anyone. I'm not that way. So I don't expect negativity in my life either. And I and my moderators have no qualms in removing you from the live. Let's keep it peaceful. Hello, Marina. I will be doing a draw for the cards just shortly. I'm going to do a general card of the day, which is a card that I pick that hopefully will resonate with everybody in the room. Okay. The card of the day is Otter. The Otter is all about surrender. Let go of any control. All right? Usually that goes with arguments. How many people have been in an argument where you feel you're right, they feel they're right, and you bicker back and forward? No, you're wrong. No, I'm right, you're wrong. Right? Trust me on this one, I'm right. And they're saying, no, trust me on this one, you're wrong and I'm right. And it goes back and forward, back and forward, back and forward. Angers get raised. There's a lot of fallouts. There's a lot of friction because nobody's going to back down. Right? The easiest way is to surrender. And that doesn't mean to say that you're weak because you've backed down. Right? And the easiest way to surrender in an argument is if neither side is coming to an agreement. Say, right, hold it. You've got your opinion. I've got mine. We're never going to agree on this. So let's agree to disagree. End of topic. Now, if the other party agrees with that, all fair and good. Right? Both sides have surrendered and we go away happy. If the other side disagrees with it and says, no, I'm not going to agree to disagree. I want to battle this out. Take control and say, you know what? I'm not prepared to stand and battle over a war that is not going to be won. So I walk away. Take control. Hi. Okay, CentCom. If you don't like who I am, please exit my live or my moderators will exit for you. I know who I am. Clearly you don't. Thank you. Okay. Hello. Lovely to see everyone. So, even if it's a situation where you know that you're not going to win in this and you're trying to control it and you're trying to win this battle and you know that you're not going to win the battle, sometimes the easiest option is to surrender. Sometimes the easiest option is just to say, right, you know what, I'm going to wave the white flag. I'm going to call it quits because I can't do the fight anymore. And that's not you being weak. That's you taking control. Right? Because we can lead horses to water, but with all the good intentions of the world, we cannot make them drink. So if you're finding yourself in a similar situation where you really want to get your point across and you really feel that you're right, but you're getting nowhere with it, you know, why waste your precious time fighting a battle that will never be won? It's so much better to disagree and move on, if that makes sense. So I hope that helps with everyone. Hello, Annie girl. Okay. Before I do the draw, I do want to touch on one point, and the person who was very rude that came in saying scammer. That's an interesting one, and it's a really good interesting one, because since I've been on TikTok, I've had 4 scammers steal my photos or my videos and make up 4 Mystic Witch accounts, and then jump into people's PM box, especially my followers. They see who I'm following, they jump into their DM box, and then they either charge them for a reading, they harass them for readings, they harass them for money that they say they've sent, spiritual healing, whatever. I'm going to lay my cards right on the table and help you folks know if it's really me or those scammers. How do you know this is my account? 1, I'm live on it. I will never be live on a fake account, and I'm always live every night. 2, there is only one, the Mystic Witch. I do not and never will have a backup account. Where my photo is, above my photo is Lady Moonlight. Nothing else, just Lady Moonlight. Below my photo is the Mystic Witch. No dots, dashes, numbers, or anything like that. Just the Mystic Witch. Then you have my bio. And in my bio, it will tell you I will never DM you for readings, etc. And then under that, there is a clickable link to my website. A scammed account or a fake account with the Mystic Witch on it, or even Lady Moonlight on it, will not have that clickable link, because they need 1,000 followers to get that link. And even if they had that 1,000 followers, they can't copy my website. They can copy the wording and put the wording on it, but if you clicked on it, you wouldn't be able to actually access that website. So that is the one true way of letting you all know if the Mystic Witch account is fake or real. If it's fake, report them and block them. Yes, they do it all the time. It is annoying. Yes, I've changed my nails. I have got black and red. I have black and red ones. Hello, kids and pups. Do you know what, kids and pups? You have been on 3 times lately, so I'm going to put you under Lucy. I am going to put you under Lucy. So we will have another 6 names. So now we've done the card of the day. What I'm going to do is ask everyone to start rolling up images. Could be happy faces, could be hearts, could be anything you like. I will choose 6 images from the ones that are rolling up the screen. If you haven't been chosen tonight, I'm always back tomorrow night, picking another 7. Or you can go to my profile. I have a readings list on there for my profile mini readings. Just ask for to be added to my list. I then go through the list every day. When I get to your name, I do a mini reading on my profile and I tag your name in it. There is a bit of a waiting list for that though. But I am here every night picking 7 names. Although we have 8 today because it's Lucy's birthday. Okay, so let's see. Who are we gonna have? Yoshini is going to be our 3rd one. Well done, Yoshini. So we need 5 more. We've got 5 more places. Let's see. Keep those images rolling. The more images you get, the better chance. Let's see. Who have we got? Who have we got? Kizzy's... We're just going to call you Kizzy. Kizzy. Well done, Kizzy. So we need another 4 more names. We've got 4 more names to come. So keep them coming. Who have we got? Okay. Keep the images coming. Sibby Sagittarius. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many have we got? 4. We've got 3 more to come. 3 more names. Carrie Lou. Okay, we've got 2 more names. 2 more names to go. Keep the images coming. Okay. We have Tracy, please. Tracy. Okay, 1 more place left. Who have we got? Keep the images coming. We need to see the images. If you want a reading, we need to see images. It's the ones that are showing images. Okay, Love My 2 Kids is the last one. Okay, so the ones that we've got for tonight's readings, we have Lucy Lou, Kids and Pups, Yashini, Kizzy, we've got Sibby Sagittarius, we've got Carrie Lou, Tracy Please, and Love My 2 Kids. They are all the readings for tonight. As I said, if you haven't been picked for tonight's reading, don't worry, I'm back tomorrow night, or you can go to my profile and you can be added to my list on there. There is a bit of a waiting list, but I do get round to everyone eventually. I try. It's been a hectic day today, so I haven't been able to do any profile readings today. Got a quieter day so far, touch wood. Quieter day tomorrow, so I will be doing some list readings on my profile tomorrow. So if you haven't been picked tonight, please go down to my profile. It's on, I think it's about the 3rd pinned post is my readings list. Simply ask for a card, comment card please. I will then comment back after this live and say you've been added to my list. And then just watch out for the notification that's saying that you've been tagged in a reading. Hello, Homeless House. Nice to see you. Okay, let's get started with tonight's readings. I'm going to use my Old Faithfuls for the 8 readings that we have. So we're going to start with Lucy Lou. So I'm just going to shuffle my cards, get the energy flowing into these ones. Thank you to everyone that has joined and followed. You are all truly, truly amazing. It's lovely, lovely to see you. Okay. So I'm just going to shuffle all of these for our Lucy Lou. And I know, Lucy, these are your favorite cards. Hello, Annie MV. Lovely to see you. Hello, Red Dolly Sally. How are you? Lovely to see you. We're just, we've just picked the 8 names tonight. We've got an extra name, but you're welcome to come, take a seat, and join us. Okay. As I'm shuffling these cards, there is a gentleman coming from Spirit, and his name is Larry. Can anybody place a gentleman in Spirit? I feel he didn't pass over when he was like pensioner. I feel he was maybe more middle-aged, and he's coming in with the name Larry. Larry, Larry. So if anyone can pick a middle-aged gentleman in Spirit, or can take a middle-aged gentleman in Spirit by the name of Larry, please let me know. Don't worry if Spirit just shout out random names. Hi, John. Hi, Queen Mandy. Okay, doesn't matter if nobody can take Larry. Sometimes Spirit just jump in and give me names, and I have no idea who they are for or if they're for anyone. Living a life as a medium, I get it myself every day. They're always giving me a name of some kind. Hello, John Wayne. Unfortunately, tonight's readings list is closed. I do 8 readings every evening, but I am back tomorrow. Failing that, please see the pinned post if you want a free mini reading on my profile. There is a bit of a waiting list for that, but it's well worth waiting for because it's a free reading. Okay. Oh, Petunia. Petunia, was this Larry middle-aged? This Larry is middle-aged, or he was kind of, I would say, looking at him, he'd be in his kind of late 40s, 50s. So I don't know if you can take, okay. Okay. This Larry is saying he's also there with his mum. This would be Larry's mum. I don't know if you can take that. Because Larry is saying mum is here too. So Larry's coming in, but he's also letting you know that Larry's mum or Larry's mother is with him. I don't know if you can take that. Hello, Lisa Marie. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I wanted a little bit of colour, and red and black are my favourite colours, so I had a little bit of black with red glitter. Thank you. But this Larry, I feel this Larry passed before his time. He felt it wasn't his time to go, but he said them's the breaks, that kind of thing. But this Larry is with his mother as well. Okay. Oh, thank you. Don't worry if you can't take the mother. I'm just wondering if it's mother as in grandmother. Because sometimes they miss the grand bit out. So I don't know, but there is definitely... Right, he's saying mother figure. Now, when they say mother figure, it's somebody that is not their real mom, but they treated them like a mom. It's like a second mom. That kind of makes a little bit more sense. It's not the grandmother. Because I just asked him if it's his if his grandmother, not his mother, and he had a little giggle, and he's like, no, she's not my real mom, but she treated me like a mom. I don't know if you can take that. So it's somebody that's in spirit with him who treated him like a mom, but she wasn't a mom. He's basically saying like second mom. So I don't know if that fits the same Larry. If it doesn't fit the same Larry, then it's not the Larry that you're thinking of. Okay, it doesn't matter if you can't pick it. We've just got a gentleman in Larry, called Larry, who is with a mum figure. It's not actually his mum, it's somebody that treated him like a mum, almost like a second mum to him. This lady was very fond of him, apparently, when he was on the earth plane. And even though this woman wasn't his mum, nobody could replace our mums at the end of the day. She was like a mum to him. And I feel she's a lot older than what he is, just looking at the two of them. So, I'm going to leave Larry with that because he's not going to let me know any more than that. So I have no idea if that's the Larry that you're hoping it is. Please keep that information though, and ask your family if this Larry had someone close to him that was almost like a second mom to him. Okay, he hasn't mentioned a brother. He just mentioned this older lady that was like her mother to him. It doesn't matter if he doesn't fit the Larry that you're thinking of, but still keep the information jotted down and ask within the family. Sometimes when we do that, the family will say, oh, I remember he had a friend and she was like a mum to him. Sometimes we don't know because, especially if they're not like direct mother to us or direct father to us, etc., or direct relation to us, then they could be tagging on to us with information for a relative. So keep a hold of that information anyway, just to be on the safe side. Okay, I'm just going to shuffle these for our Lucy. Okay. Okay, Lucy, you have got the Five of Swords. And although the Five of Swords looks pretty horrific, it's anything but horrific. It's basically an advice card. Swords are always related to problems and troubles. Right. If his brother wasn't a very nice person, chances are they're probably not in the same realm together. If they are like chalk and cheese brothers. That would explain that one. So, the Five of Swords talks of problems and troubles that may be either coming your way or somebody is stirring the cauldron somewhere. All right? So maybe you have a hidden enemy somewhere, somebody who is jealous of you or maybe jealous of someone around you. Maybe she's jealous of your happiness. Maybe she's jealous of your relationship. Maybe she's jealous of your success. Could be a number of reasons. All right? We all have that one fake friend that's hidden. They come with us with smiling faces, say all the right things, but behind our backs, they're the first one to stab us in the back, or in this case, in the chest. Because there are other swords, I feel this person is also maybe loose-tonguing information about you to other people, if that makes sense. But as well as that, it's also warning you of taking on too much and overloading yourself with work and doing other things in between and having pretty much little you time, if that makes sense. Combine that with what's going on around you. It's basically asking you, keep your friends close, but keep your possible enemies closer. Watch and observe without saying anything. Suss those around you. You'll soon discover who the one that is spreading Chinese whispers is, if that makes sense. I'm glad it makes sense. Thank you for the roses. I'm glad this card makes sense because it's saying if we overwork ourselves and overstress ourselves and allow this other situation to add to the mix, as it were, it can have a huge negative effect on our health. And eventually our health and well-being start to suffer, if that makes sense. So you want to avoid that at all cost. So when you're in social settings, for example, eyes, ears, and especially your intuition, keep the intuition on guard at all times. And just observe in silence. Yep. Yeah, exactly. So, sometimes a gentle persuasion and saying, look, if you don't slow down, it's going to have a huge effect on our mind, body, and spirit. Because if we overload ourselves with stress and we allow other negative people to overload us with negativity, then that too can add to all of the mix. And the body is an amazing machine because, like a car, if it gets overstressed or a car gets overheated, right, it breaks down. And the body has a unique way of saying, okay, you're not going to do anything to keep my engines running smoothly and healthily. Let's break you down. Now you're listening because you're too sick to work. You have no alternative to have a day in bed or a few days in bed, right? Because illness comes in with stress, because our chakras are blocked. So you want to try and limit that. And the best way to limit it, Keep your friends close, your enemies closer, and observe them in silence. Once you know who they are, kick them to the curb, and then carry on. But also make sure that you are having Lucy time as well. It is so, so important to make sure that you have you time at all times. Schedule it into your day. Thank you, M1X0. Hello, Lynn. Thank you. Hello, Shannon Lee. Unfortunately, the readings are closed for tonight because we've got 8 people on the list tonight. However, please put your name down on my pinned post. And if you put urgent, I'll kind of put you to the top of the list. I will be doing some of my pinned post readings tomorrow. Oh, I'm so glad you're taking care of you. Hello, Yoshini. Oh, sorry to hear that, Lynn. I will be sending you some Reiki healing. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to you, because your Nana is saying she's not going to listen, you know. She ain't going to listen. Yep, your Nana's here as always. Your Nana wants to wish you a happy birthday. She says, I know, she's a bit early, but she's going to wish you a happy birthday anyway. And she's going to bring the sunshine out for you. Oh, you're welcome. You too. Go and put your feet up. Have some rest. TLC. Well, she's definitely going to bring you some sunshine. She says I'll send her some love and some sunshine for her special day. It's the least she can do. And she said, watch out for special gifts in the garden. That's all she's saying. Watch out for special gifts tomorrow in the garden. She sends you all of her love. And Mr. Chauffeur with the lovely posh hat is also wishing you a happy birthday as well for tomorrow. He says he had to just come by, tip his hat and say happy birthday. Oh, bless. Oh, bless. For the person that's getting married, you know what? It doesn't matter what the weather will be on your wedding day. If you love each other 1000% and you have that love and respect, it's going to go well. Okay, so thank you, Lucy, and thank you, Lucy's Nan, for popping in with that lovely message, and the chauffeur as well. He's such a dashing I love the chauffeur when he comes in, because he kind of tips his hat a little bit. Such a gentleman. You know, it's like he's such a gentleman, and your Nan's just your Nan. Your Nan's just like, yeah, she says it as it is, and if you don't like it, tough, basically. But I feel that this chauffeur, he's such a gentleman. He comes in and he tips his hat. I think it's quite cute. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, I see that when the two of them are together. Hello, Steph. I'm doing okay. Thank you. Okay, next we have kids and pups. Where's our beautiful kids and pups? Let's give these cards a little shuffle. Okay. I was trying to work out what this name was, but I think it's two names. Because the way I heard it was Leonora, but I think it's Lee and Nora. So I don't know if anyone can pick a Lee and Nora. The way I first heard it was Leonora, and I'm thinking, is that a name? But it could be Lee and Nora. They're very fast. They're very fast spoken. They kind of like Leonora. So I don't know if it's Lee and Nora or Leonora. There's a lady in spirit coming through, and she's saying Leonora or Lee and Nora. So if anyone can take that. Not yet, Yoshini. I'm live tomorrow, honey. Okay, you have you have a friend called Leonora. Okay, does Leonora have someone in spirit? There's a lady came in and shouted Leonora. Does she have an older lady in spirit? Do you know if this Leonora has an older lady in spirit? Okay. Was this grandmother this grandmother and Leonora very close? I feel she was very close because when she came in, she was like very excited. Whether it's because she saw you and knew you were connected to her granddaughter, but it was like she came in and it's like 100 miles an hour, Leonora, Leonora, Leonora. She was shouting it, Leonora, Leonora. As if it was her chance to connect with Leonora. Were they very close? Isn't it just a lovely name? Okay. She's asking, can you please let her know that her grandmother was here? She feels it's important for Leonora to know that her grandmother was here and that her grandmother sends her so much love. The grandmother does miss her but watches over her every day. And the grandmother has been trying to leave messages in her dreams but isn't sure whether Leonora is picking up on those messages. If not, it doesn't matter because she says she's got the message across tonight, if that makes sense. So could you please pass on to Leonora that her grandmother sends her so much love and let her know that her grandmother misses her but watches over her every day. And if she can pay attention to her dreams, there are messages in her dreams from her grandmother. Thank you so much. Yes, Carrie Lou. Hello, unfortunately I can't give any messages unless Spirit comes through for me. That's kind of how I roll with my guides. My guides bring them through. Especially when I'm reading for other people, because I concentrate on reading for the person that I'm reading, which is kids and pups at the minute. And sometimes during the readings they will come through and shout names. Okay, so let's do kids and pups first. I will only be doing the 8 readings tonight that's on the readings list tonight, just because each reading takes so long to do, which is why I limit it to either 7 or it's usually 7, but I picked 8 tonight and I can't go any further than 8 on a live. But I do have a readings list on my profile. Please put your name on that list. That's not my live reading list. That's to have a reading on my profile page. You'll see other readings that I've done on my profile page. They're just little mini readings. Failing that, I am back every night doing these readings. I wish I could read for absolutely everyone. Yes, on the pinned post on my profile. Okay. So let's pick a card for kids and pups and see what comes out. Okay. Kids and pups, you've got the 6 of Cups. The 6 of Cups talks of emotions. And it's all mixed emotions. And I feel that everyone else around you relies on you, right? So they pack up all their problems and all their troubles and they overload you with them all. And the reason that they do that is 1, you've got a heart of gold. 2, you have a good ear for listening. 3, you're empathic. So you can pick up on people's problems and troubles. And you're usually, the kettle's always on kind of thing. And you never like to turn anybody away if they need your help, if that makes sense. So I don't know if that makes sense to you, kids and pups. Oh, bless. Yeah, I know the feeling. For some reason, people are always drawn to me, even strangers. If I go to, say, like a party or whatever, with my partner, everybody seems to float around me like bees and honey, and they're like, I'm drawn to you, what's your name, and all the rest of it. Or if somebody's got a problem, the first one they seem to make a beeline for. And that's because when you work from the heart, whether it's love, whether it's caring, whether it's empathy, our aura shines brighter than anyone else's aura. It's almost like you have a glow to you, right? And that glow is like pollen to a bee, right? The bee sees the pollen glowing and thinks, yes, right? And the bee goes for the pollen. So you'll never find somebody going to a negative person, for example, for help, right? Because their aura doesn't shine as bright, or their energy doesn't shine as bright. They don't have that caring glow. So not so much that it's a curse, I would say it's more a gift. However, with all gifts, it's knowing when to use it and when to use it sparingly. Because sometimes it's okay to say, no, I can't help at this minute. Because I feel that lately you've been helping everyone, absolutely everyone. And where has Kids and Pups time for Kids and Pups gone? Nowhere, right? When's the last time you had you time? Half an hour to yourself. Without the door going, the phone ringing, somebody wanting help, somebody or work in between all of that, right? And it's like from the time you get up to the time you go to bed, it's right? And it's just never ending. It's like your life's on a conveyor belt, continually helping everyone. Hello, Ann Pierce. So the moral of this card is, yes, help everyone that needs help, but don't do it all in one day. It's okay to say, look, I'm actually tied up today. I've got X, Y, and Z to do, but can I give you a call tomorrow? Or can I give you a call later on in the evening? Or a time that you're not busy? Spread out the love, right? Share the love out, but share it out evenly is the message of this card. Because ultimately what you don't want is to override yourself, overheat, right? You don't want that engine overheating, because then that leads to stress, leads to sleepless nights, etc. And you're lying in bed at night worrying about everybody else's problems, right? And you can't seem to close off. A good way of closing off at night, especially if our minds are busy, is clear your third eye and your crown chakra. And there's an easy peasy way of doing that. Now you can start with a little bit of essential oil of your choice. I love lavender oil. And sometimes I get a little bit of lavender oil and almond oil and mix it. And I can put the lavender oil on my third eye and gently rub the oil in. Then what you're going to do with your left hand and your middle finger, you're going to tap your third eye. Just very gentle butterfly taps. With your other hand and your other middle finger, which is your power finger, you're going to do the same with the crown chakra. Just gently tapping that a few minutes, 5 minutes before going to sleep. Even if you sit and do that just now, you will feel tingles, coolness, or vibrations just by gently tapping your third eye and crown. You might even start to feel sleepy. You might feel that stress is just drifting away just by doing this. Now what that does is it calms the mind, opens up the third eye so that you get a good night's sleep, but you also are more aware of messages in dreams because you've cleared your third eye and your crown chakra to receive messages from dreams and from spirit. You can do it before meditation, just to calm the mind. Just tapping the third eye and the crown chakra. Hello. Joan Harrison, I would love to give you a card, but the reading list is closed for tonight. Yeah, definitely try it. the message of the card for you tonight, honey, is don't overdo it. It's time to make sure that every day you spend a little bit of time for you. And if that sometimes means by saying not tonight, Josephine, to those that are constantly wanting your help or your support, it's not being selfish to say no. It's just letting them know, I need my time too. I need my space too. But you can come back tomorrow or the next day when I'm not so busy, and I'm more than happy to help you. That way you're not letting them down completely, but you're letting them know that you put you and your health first before absolutely anything, right? You're no good to them if you end up getting ill because you've taken too much on, right? You've been no good to them at all. Also remember, not everybody that comes to you for help is in real need for help. Some people are natural energy drainers. They don't want to think about problems. They don't want to sort through their problems themselves. It's so much easier to ask kids and pups. You take out all the guesswork for them, right? How are they going to learn to stand on their own 2 feet and to sort out their problems if you're going to give them all the solutions, right? It's like a child going to their mother and saying, I've got homework, Mum, you do my homework and I'll go and play. And then when I go in school, I'll get top marks because my mum did the homework. Would you do that for your child? Of course you wouldn't. You would turn around and say, right, I want you to have a go at, say, if it was math. I want you to sit down and do your math. If you're really, really struggling, then we'll work it through together, but I'm not going to give you the answers. If that makes sense. So, lesson for you today from Spirit is offload. Don't allow others to keep loading you with their problems. Oh, I'm so glad. Hello, Nancy. I did answer that question earlier on, and yes, it's going to be okay. Yep, and usually narcissists that's exactly how they roll, right? They are energy vampires. That's exactly what they want you to, that's exactly how they play it. They drain the living daylights out of you, right? And then you're the one that's exhausted. But even though you're exhausted, do they stop there? No, of course not. They have to suck the life out of you until you're at a stage where you're too stressed out. Definitely. So I hope that has helped, honey. And thank you so much. I'm glad you came on to get your reading tonight. Okay. We have another lady coming in. It's all ladies tonight. Elizabeth. There is an Elizabeth, an older lady. I feel she's like a grandmother figure, or she looks so much like a granny. To me, she's got such a. She's almost. Her face is like porcelain. She had a lovely complexion, but her name is Elizabeth. And I feel she is a grandmother, somebody's grandmother. So if anyone has a grandmother in spirit by the name of Elizabeth, who had this beautiful, beautiful, almost flawless complexion about her. Hello, Froggy Tammy. Yep, I love quality me time. You can't beat it. Thank you so much for the likes, everyone. Okay, I'm not sure if anybody can take this, Elizabeth, and it doesn't matter if anybody can't. I'm wishing this Elizabeth all the best. Okay, Laura, do you have a grandmother in spirit by the name of Elizabeth? Yoshini, yours is next, honey. You're next on the list. Okay, this lady is a grandmother. She's a grandmother in spirit. She's saying she's not a mom, she's a grandmom. And her name is Elizabeth. Hello, Kelly. Not it yet. Okay. Did she have like a really pretty fair complexion? Like she didn't need a lot of makeup. She was beautiful just as she was. I feel if this lady had makeup, it was very limited. It was maybe like a puff powder that she had on and maybe a bit of lippy, and that was pretty much it. Yep, lipstick and blusher, yep. Yeah, well, this is definitely the lady then, okay, because she was very limited, but she didn't like to put a lot of product on her face, but because she felt that the product would mess up her complexion, etc. So I feel she was minimal, like powder, lipstick, powder, paint sort of thing. Very minimal makeup. But she had the most beautiful, beautiful skin. She took care of her skin, if that makes sense. If it is your grandmother, she's sending you so much love. She just wanted to come in and say hi. And she sends so much love your way, honey. Okay. You're more than welcome. Thank you for the confirmation of this Elizabeth in spirit. She was definitely a grandmother and she was very minimal makeup. So thank you. Okay. Yoshini is next. So we're going to get the cards. I'm going to take a little drink of my little Vimto here. Because it's thirsty work. Okay. So let's just shuffle these cards for Yoshini. What a beautiful name. Okay. So just giving these cards, getting the energy flowing in these cards tonight. You're more than welcome. Yay! Happy birthday, Lucy! Let's wish Lucy Lou a happy birthday, everyone. Woo! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lucy Lou. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip. Hooray. Woohoo! Happy birthday. Yay! Lots of birthday cakes for you today. Yay! Okay, I love celebrations, especially when we can all celebrate it live. Love it. She's 21 today. 21 today. She's never had, she's got the key of the door. She's never been 21 before. Yay. Oh, thank you. Hey, not every day that they tell you you're 21 again. Do you know what? What is it they say? You're as old or as young as the man that you feel. I'm so glad my soulmate is younger than me. You know what? My oldest granddaughter, when I first got together with my partner, and my oldest granddaughter said to me, Gran, how old is he? Is he older or younger than you? And I said, oh, he's 3 years younger than me. She went, well, look at you, Gran. You traded an old man for a toy boy. I just thought it was the most hilarious thing ever. And I'm like, yeah, I guess I did, you know, traded them for a younger model. Oh, thank you. Oh, bless. Yeah, I have days like that as well. I'm 57. Some days I'm 21, according to my body, and other days I'm like, yeah. I maybe felt 21 yesterday, but I feel like 61 today. Yeah. Yeah. No, the people on my list tonight, we've got Yoshini just now, then it's Kizzy, then it's Jibby Sagittarius, Carrie Lou, and Tracy Please, and Love My Two Kids. That's the ones that are getting readings tonight. That's the ones on the list. Well, you don't look 42. If you'd seen my photo from 7 years ago, I looked like I was 90, and that's because I couldn't find any skincare or makeup that was chemical free. It was only a year and a half ago I joined a company called Avira, who are a multi-brand company that specialize in natural supplements and natural makeup and skincare. Even their lashes are natural. And I was able to turn my damaged skin around. So at 57, I'm now loving my skin instead of looking in the mirror and feeling like an old hag. If you find the chemical-free products, it makes such a massive difference to your skin. Hello, Kaya Davidson. Yeah, good skin products are the key. I would love to give everyone a reading, but the list is closed because we have already got 8 names on the list. Where this next reading is for Yoshini. Okay, so I'm just going to shuffle this card for Yoshini. Okay, let's see what cards we have. Yoshini, you have got the Queen of Cups. Cups is emotions, and a queen is somebody who is an authority figure or somebody who takes the lead, right? So I feel that you are fiercely independent, right? You like to do things your own way. You have your own unique way of doing things. And you rely more on yourself than others, if that makes sense. Yeah. Okay. I also feel you're very empathic as well. You're very in touch with your emotions. And if somebody's hurting, you can't help but hurt with them. Does that make sense? It's like if somebody's upset, you just want to give them a cuddle. You want to take their troubles away. Hi, Dark Fairy. Lovely to see you. Yeah. And this is why this card is saying whether you are aware of it or not, you're a natural healer. So I don't know if you do any healing work, such as Reiki or spiritual healing, that kind of thing. Thank you. Okay. This is why this card is coming, okay? Because if we have natural healing abilities, sometimes we're not aware of it. It's just natural for us to want to help the sick. It's natural for us to want to help those in need. But we never connect that with a natural ability to heal. And it's sometimes only when spirit decide to let you see that most empaths are healers. Not every empath knows that they are a healer, but every one of them has the ability to do healing work. Now, whether that's taking up something like Reiki or joining a spiritual church or a spiritual circle and opening up chakras to learn how to turn on the spiritual healing side of you. I've always been a spiritual healer, natural spiritual healer since I was young. And I've kind of always known it since I was about 10 years old. And then I wanted to progress that. I wanted to add more energy to that so that I could help people that weren't in the same country or that didn't come to me direct. So I studied my Reiki 1, 2, and Masters and Master Teacher. And it was, for me, it was the best choice because it meant that I can send healing to anyone around the world now without having to be physically with them. So it kind of goes hand in hand with my healing, my guidance, and my readings. So this card is calling you to maybe consider either have a look around, see if there are any spiritual circles around near you, or whether there is a Reiki master near you. I'm hoping to do online Reiki 1, 2, and Masters courses in September. So if anyone's interested, please let me know. It will be on Facebook. I will be opening up a special Facebook group. And my first class will be Reiki to take you through Reiki 1 through to Reiki 2. And then later on in the year, I'm hoping to do the Masters. Hello, greetings. Oh, lovely, Austria. Oh, lovely. Well, if anyone would like, or who anyone would be interested in that, please send me a DM, and I'll start a little list of people who would be interested in the Reiki. And if I get enough numbers, then I can do a course for Reiki 1 to 2. But yeah, Yoshini, definitely look into the healing side of things. Okay, this card is calling you to do healing work because you've already got the natural ability for it. All you need is to align your chakras and to tune into that healing energy. For skincare, you can't get much better skincare than natural skincare. If your skincare has parabens and sulfates in it, it's not good for your skin. The skincare that you need to make sure that you've got must have a really good amount of collagen in it. Collagen is key. Hyaluronic acid is another one. Vitamin C is another one. They're the three key opponents that is so crucial for skincare. And I use a skincare. I don't know if I've got it with me. It's probably through in my. I will do a live one night with natural skincare that I use. Has no chemicals, has no parabens in it, has loads of hyaluronic, loads of collagen, natural collagen in it, but it also has vitamin C, etc. in it. I also use a 5-in-1, which is a face serum, an eye serum, a toner. It's also a moisturizer, and it's also a primer. Hello, Melissa. Yeah. Hello, Josie. Not as yet. Hello. My reading list for tonight is full, but I have 3 readings that I do on my profile page. I have a waiting list for that on my profile, in my bio. If you go to the pinned post and add your name, I will add you to the readings list. I then go through the reading list most days, and when I get to your name, I do a reading on my profile for you, and I will tag you in your reading. No problem. But I'm also here tomorrow night as well. I usually do every second night, but because demand has been building here on TikTok for my readings, I've been doing readings every night, so I will be back here tomorrow night as well. Thank you for the roses. Yep. Oh, thank you. Oh, I'm just trying to see what I missed. Hello, Patricia. Lovely. Yeah, but yeah, if anyone wants any advice about any skincare, especially if it's natural skincare, or anti-aging, I always use the anti-aging. I'm 57 and I'm loving the skin that I'm in just now. If you actually look on my profile, further down my profile, I've actually got a photo up where I of me when I was 7 years ago. I looked 87, and that's because I couldn't find natural skincare that had hyaluronic vitamin C and collagen in it. It all had chemicals and it all had parabens and sulfates in it, and I just couldn't use it. Same with the makeup. Luckily, a year and a half ago, I found a multi brand company. They originally started with their own brand of Avira products. Now they do K Beauty, which is Korean beauty, Nourish Mantra, Passport to Beauty makeup. It's amazing. Curb Appeal, which is the first tan stick in the UK, which again is natural. We also have natural deodorants with no paraben, aluminum, or sulfates in it, which is the Freedom one. I will never, all of my, I guess, personal care, from deodorants to cleansers, etc., I get from my Avira store. It's one of the reasons I joined Avira, because of their products. It healed my health, and it also anti-aged my skin. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, you're welcome, Yoshini. Definitely work on yourself, right? Clear those chakras. Maybe look into doing something like Reiki. Reiki is an amazing healing tool, because you can, if you get past your Reiki 2, from Reiki 2 level, you can do distant healing, right? And you can send Reiki anywhere to anyone in the world, and it's fantastic healing aid. I already had natural spiritual healing ability since I was 10 years old. It was more heightened at 10 years old. But I wanted to enhance that healing energy, because spiritual healing you can only do one to one, whereas Reiki healing, you can send that healing all over the world to absolutely anyone in the world. I actually have a Reiki healing list, and anyone that is sick often will say to me, "Can you please add me to your healing list?" Everybody on that list I send Reiki to. It doesn't matter where they are in the world. You can send Reiki to anyone, and you can send Reiki to the universe, spirit realms, all of that. Hi, Kay Davidson. Oh, good night, Anne. Good night, Amp. Kay Davidson. If someone in the room is bothering you, honey, please let me know. We can remove them. Okay. Give me a second, folks. Just till I do something here. Oops, why is that not doing that? Okay. Thank you, Yoshini. Okay, Kate Davidson, problem solved. Okay. Koshini, you're more than welcome. Oh, thank you so much for the roses, everyone. Hello, Witch in the Woods. Kay Davidson, that person, I have blocked that person. I don't have negativity, and I don't tolerate people being attacked in my life. So if anyone does get hassle with bots, please let me know their name and they will be removed from the chat. You're more than welcome. Anyone will tell you, most nights my chats are peaceful, but we do get the odd one coming in and basically just being really rude. And you know what? It costs nothing to be polite, and it costs nothing to be friendly. You know, I give my time freely to do readings for people, and we don't need negativity on top of that. There are some wonderful people here that just want to come listen to readings or, you know, chat to other people, or even, you know, just because I'm reading, say, for Yoshini or Lucy or whoever, doesn't mean say that card can't relate to somebody else as well. Because often when you read a card for one person, somebody else can relate to that reading as well. So I do try and keep this chat really, really positive. Sometimes comments slip by when I'm doing readings. So if anyone sees anybody being negative, please let me know their name and I will block them. I can understand that. I have a partner who has anxiety and depression, Kay, and I'm totally with you on that one. Agreed. It is. It's nice to be nice. You know, even if things are going bad in our lives, it's nice to be nice. And I always say you get whatever you put out to the world, you get back. So I feel she's got a lot of lessons to learn in life. And hopefully, I'm sure I'm not the only first person that's blocked her from alive. Yeah, you'll always get them coming back. But do you know what? That block button can be used multiple times. But that's the way I roll here. If anyone, you know, I've been through bullying and abuse. I've had 50 years of it. And I got to the stage in my life, I don't tolerate it for me, but I certainly won't tolerate anyone, especially my followers here on TikTok, being bullied or harassed during my life. I just won't tolerate it. So if somebody is bothering any of you, please let me know, and myself or one of my moderators will hit that block button and send them down the rubbish chute. Niceness doesn't cost anything, you're right. Yeah, me too, Kay. I went through a 30-year mental, physical, and emotional abuse marriage. And before that, I was bullied because of my disability. I'm registered blind, so I don't have a lot of vision. So I went through 50 years of abuse and bullying. And that has its fair share of anxiety and often depression as well. And also post-traumatic stress. So I totally get you. Thank you for pulling my attention to that. No problem, Patricia. Enjoy your meditation. Yeah. And you know, a lot of the bullies are not happy with their own lives, so they have to make other people's lives miserable. But you know what? If we're lucky, the bullying and the abuse makes us stronger. But that doesn't mean to say that we still don't get affected with post-traumatic stress because of it. And that often can come out as anxiety and depression. Luckily, I got out 8 years ago, and my wonderful partner and soulmate helped me to get out of that. He suffers anxiety and depression too, so I help him and he helps me, and it makes a great partnership. Hello, Colette. Oh, I love my two kids. You have beautiful eyes. You have. I've seen your profile, girl. Your eyes are totally amazing. They are beautiful, and anybody that can't see that, you know, they don't deserve you in their life. So, but you have beautiful eyes. I have unusual eyes. My eyes are basically shaped like cat's eyes, which was quite funny. I was in a pancake place with my grandchildren when they were younger, and we had ordered pancakes with ice cream. And the waitress came over with the pancakes and the ice cream, and she said, "Excuse me, could you tell me where you got your contact lenses? Oh my gosh, they are to die for. I would love a set of contact lenses in that color and that shape. Can you tell me which store you bought them?" The disappointment on that lady's face when I said they're actually not contact lenses, they're my own eyes, and I ain't giving them up for nobody. And, you know, it depends on the people that we meet in our lives. Some can be really negative and nasty, and others kind. Yeah. Oh, thank you. And so are you, sweetie. And anybody that doesn't treat you right doesn't deserve you in their life. And that's kind of how I go. So, going on to Yoshini, thank you so much for joining tonight because you got a reading out of it. Okay, do we have Kizzy? I just called her Kizzy because she had a very long name. So, I don't know if Kizzy is still with us. Yes, hello Kizzy. Thank you for being so patient and waiting for a reading. Okay. But yeah, if anybody does have any issues with bullies or anybody being negative during any of my lives, please let me know. If I don't see your comment, please keep repeating the comment with the person's name, because sometimes with me having very poor sight, I usually have to keep looking at comments, and I do miss quite a few comments. Oops. But so if you keep repeating it, I will block that person from the chat. Okay, Kizzy, there's a card just flew out of the deck, so I'm going to go with that card, because when a card flies out, Spirit have basically chosen the card for me. Okay, no need to apologize, sweetheart. You should see me most nights, right? I spend time doing the readings, yes, but I also have time for everyone here as well. And if, you know, I would rather sort out the bullies and the problem, you know, the negative Nancy's on here first, and then we can enjoy a peaceful readings night. So don't apologize, honey. You've done nothing wrong. All right, it's the negative Nancy's that have. Hello, Mins. Unfortunately, the readings list is closed for tonight. I am back tomorrow, or I have a readings list for mini readings on my profile, on the pinned post in my profile. Thank you, Kimmy. A lot of people have said that. Maybe because I'm a starseed indigo child. I'm basically a spiritual being living a human existence, I guess. That's what they call us. Oh, thank you. Okay, so Kizzy, you have got the Four of Cups. Okay? Now the Four of Cups says you want to move forward with your life. And you've got so many that you've got 2 or 3 choices ahead of you. But I feel you can't move forward because something from the past is holding you back. There is some kind of past trauma or past problem that maybe in the past has caused you upset, anger, frustration, and you've carried that anger and frustration. It could be trauma of some kind from the past. Oh, thank you for the roses. But I feel that your past wasn't always smooth, if that makes sense. I feel that that life has dealt you a bad mix of cards for when you're in the past. Right, thank you for confirming that, okay? Sometimes when we have a really bad past, we carry it with us. And it's not intentional. It's something that we hold really, really, it angers us, right? And we put it to the back of our minds, but it keeps coming back and we're like, how dare they treat me like that? Right? And then we put it back again and it keeps coming back and it keeps coming back and it keeps coming back. And when that happens and we take that into the present and then we carry it into the future, that burden gets heavier and heavier and heavier, almost smothering, almost consuming us. And we feel we just can't move forward because this is holding us back, right? I feel it's knocked your confidence a little bit. It's definitely knocked your self-esteem, right? I feel it's knocked your confidence in maybe relationships, getting close in relationships, etc., or trusting people. I feel it's knocked your trust in people, and that's what's stopping you from going forward. Hi, Stacy. I'm good. How are you? Thank you, Kaylee. Kelly. So I'm going to give you some advice that I think will really, really help you, okay? Because when anyone goes through bullying or abuse or people being really nasty to you throughout your life and you carry that burden, it's hard to get it out here. And it's because we store it in here that it keeps coming back. So I'm going to give you some advice which I hope will help. Now, this advice is not going to be a short-term solution, okay? It's going to be something that you're going to have to work through, maybe for months, maybe for a few years. But if you stick with it, it's going to help massively, especially with the post-traumatic stress or the triggers that can trigger it. The whole process of healing is trying to get it out of here. And that's a long haul. It's not a quick fix. I left abuse 8 years ago, and I am still doing using this method today, and it does help. So what you need is a notepad and a pen that you can call your stress journal. And when you get a negative flashback, or you get that anger, or you get that fear or confidence issue, write it down on that book. You might want to visit your past memory, go back in time to the point where the event happened or events happened, and write it down. Now let me tell you, the more painful the event, it could lead to tears or anger. If it does, let the tears flow. It's part of the healing. Doesn't mean to say you're weak, it means the body is healing. Tears are the body's way of washing away pain. So every day, every time a thought comes in from the past, write it in that book. And when your book, for example, I'm going to use my jotter here because this is where I keep all my names. So imagine you've wrote all your problems and troubles from the past on one page, and you turn that page over and you do it on the other page. What you're going to do, because these two pages are actually full, I can demonstrate it with this. You're going to take that page and you're going to rip it out your book. Literally rip it out your book. Then what you're going to do is you're going to fold the page away from you, like so. Turn it around, and then you're going to fold the page towards you, right? So that you've kind of got it into a quarter. Then you're going to burn it. You're going to burn that page, right? So put it into an ashtray or a flame-proof dish and burn it. When the ashes have cooled down, you can either bury it in the garden, or you can take the ashes and cast them to the wind. And as you do so, ask the universe, please take this away from me. I don't need it. And then the rest of the book, you do the same. As soon as you fill a double page, again, burn it, cast it to the wind, and keep doing that. The whole process is to get it out of here and onto the paper so that you can burn it and give it to the universe to take away. Every time you do that, it chips away at any of the past negativity emotions. And through time, it gives you healing. You're more than welcome. It's a physical way. Remember, our brains are human. They're not spiritually based, right? So a human brain will hold on to all negativity from now till doomsday. So we need to get it out of the human brain onto paper. So you're basically doing a physical act. You're taking all of that negative energy, you're putting it into your paper, you're folding it away from yourself, and then you're folding it towards yourself. You're burning it, and you're saying, universe, take this away from me. I don't need it. And you keep doing that. Even if it's for the next 7, 8 years. I've been away from abuse for 8 years, and I still do that. Every time I get a flashback, every time I get a trigger, I write it down. And if sometimes what I do is I write it down on multiple pieces of paper. And then on a new moon or a full moon, that's when I burn it. Because the energy, the universal energy is so powerful then. And then I'll say, universe and the full moon or the new moon, take this away from me, I don't need it. And then I'll drink, I'll also make moon water on a full moon. So I'll cast all the crap from the past on the full moon, and then I'll take a cool drink of moon water to sort of cleanse the body, mind, and spirit as well. And I take that as a fresh start. And you can do the same. It's a simple technique that anyone that has been through abuse or trauma in the past can use. And it does work if you stick with it. Hello, Tracy. To get a card, tonight's readings is full, but I do have a reading night tomorrow when I pick 7 names. I usually come on at 10 p.m. UK time. So if you're in round about the beginning, you've got a chance of getting a reading when I'm doing my lives. I pick 7 names. Failing that, I do have a post on my profile, which is a readings list post. Just simply comment on that postcard, please. I then put your name onto a readings list, and then I do little mini readings on my profile. And when I get to your name, your reading will go on my profile, and I will tag you into your individual reading. So that's the 2 options that you can have. Do you know another tip for going back to this one, this card for Kizzy. All right, you have gone through a lot, and able to move forward. We need to get this healing started. So you can buy a jotter, a journal. It can be a plain jotter. You could have you might want to use a fancy journal, something nice and pretty to look at while you write your notes. It's up to you. The important thing is continually writing. If it comes into your mind, get it out and then burn it. So I hope that's for your card. For those that can't close their mind off, meditation is good for that. If you go on to my YouTube channel, which is on my website, on my link, it's the Lady Moonlight one. I have a meditation list on there. And at the beginning of all my meditations, I teach you how to clear the mind, to stop the mind running away with you, so that you're able to meditate. Now that same system can be used to clear the mind anytime, night or day. There's another good way of clearing your mind before going to sleep, which I spoke about earlier on, is clearing your third eye and your crown chakra. And you can simply do that by using your 2 power fingers. You have a power finger, which is your middle finger, on both hands. So take your left hand, and you can try this with me just now if you want, but you take your left hand and your power finger, and you place it on your third eye. Do the same with the right hand, power finger on your crown. And what you're going to do is butterfly taps. Just gently. You don't want to knock yourself out by slapping your head. It's the lightest butterfly taps. Okay, so you're just going to gently butterfly tap with the middle finger. And you will instantly start to feel relaxed. You might feel that all stress starts to just ease away from the mind. This is a great way of clearing the mind before bed. And even just 3 to 5 minutes of this before you go to sleep at night, you'll find that you will lull off to sleep without any problems. It does work if you keep at it. But you don't need to just do that at night. If you're stressed during the day and your mind races away with you and you just want to relax it, just simply do the same technique. It's just so quick and simple just to do that. And it does work. Oh, you're more than welcome. Always happy. It was. Oh, you're more than welcome. Yeah, it was cloudy here as well. I missed the full moon. Thank you. So, oh, wonderful, Kayla. You tried it. How did you feel? Did you feel relaxed? Was there tingles? Yeah, it does work, and especially for anxiety, and especially for anxious, just simply doing that can just ease the mind. Another way of easing the mind as well is your breath. Breathing properly makes such a big difference. A lot of people breathe in through their nose and out through their nose. That's the wrong way to do it. Also, if you're breathing in through the nose and you're pulling your tummy in, that's the wrong way to do it. The proper way to breathe is breathe in deeply through the nose and count for 5. So you're kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out through the mouth for 5. Just gentle, slow breath. But as you're breathing in through the nose, place your hands on your diaphragm or on your tummy like this. What you're looking for is that your rib cage and your tummy should be going out as if you're filling a balloon. So when you're breathing in through the nose, your tummy should expand out the way, not in. If you're breathing in through the nose and you're pulling your tummy in, you're limiting the amount of oxygen getting through your body, and your body won't relax quite the same way. A lot of people instinctively, when they breathe in, it's shorter breaths and they don't expand the rib cage and their tummy. So when you breathe in, make sure that your tummy is going out. When you breathe out through the mouth, make sure you're pulling the tummy in. What that does is, when we breathe in through the nose, we breathe in oxygen. That oxygen goes round through our bloodstream, and it takes with it all the toxins which form into carbon monoxide. When we breathe out, we need to make sure we're pushing our tummy in, so it's squeezing that breath in and out through the mouth. That way you're getting the carbon monoxide out of your system. So always remember, and just counting 5 in, 5 breaths out. When the brain is counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 breaths in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 breaths out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 breaths in, it can't multitask. It can't think of anything else. So as you're concentrating on 5 breaths in and 5 breaths out, the mind automatically clears and relaxes. Yeah, it does. It feels amazing, doesn't it? It is hard to do, but when you get into the rhythm of it, when you train your body to breathe properly, imagine the more air that you breathe, taking a deep breath in, you're basically, imagine a balloon, right? Imagine the 2 middle fingers, let's see. Imagine the 2 middle fingers is your nose, right? And the rest is your tummy. You're breathing in through the nose and your tummy is blowing out like a balloon. It's like blowing up a balloon, right? When you blow a balloon up, you fill that balloon with oxygen, right? It's the same with the tummy. When you're breathing in, you're filling the tummy and the diaphragm with oxygen, getting as much oxygen into the lungs and the diaphragm as you possibly can. Then when you're breathing out, you're getting rid of all the toxins through the mouth. And as you do that, the body automatically and the mind automatically relax. Once you practice it every day, it's natural. It becomes a natural thing and you can do it without even thinking. But yes, it can be hard to do. But once you practice it, it will work. Oh, you're welcome. If I can help somebody, I know what it's like not to have sleep. I know what it's like to have your mind racing. I had very little time to do all of that when I was going through 30 years of abuse, because the abuse was just bang, 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 constant. So I didn't have time to do the breathing. I didn't have time to do the meditation. Now that I'm out of the abuse, I'm much more calmer. My mind's a lot more clearer. And I need that for the work that I do. So if I can pass on any knowledge to help all of you, that's what I do. I guess that's what all star seeds or indigo children, some call us earth angels, that's what we do. We try and educate people on how to get the best health for your body. Yes. Oh, you're more than welcome. Yes, it works on kids as well. If you've got a hyperactive child, play a game with them. Even add a song. One finger on the one finger, 2 finger, 1 finger, 2 finger, 1 finger, 2 finger. Make a song out of it. Make it fun. Your child's going to be chilled out for bedtime in no time. Just make up a rhyme for it. 1 finger, keep moving. 1 finger, keep moving. 1 finger, keep moving. We'll all be happy and bright. Anything like that. Kids love it. I used to do that with my grandchildren if they were stressed. I would say, okay, let's take our magic fingers. I used to call them magic fingers, and I used to say to them, let's take our magic fingers. And 1 finger, keep moving. 1 finger, keep moving. 1 finger, keep moving. We'll all be happy and gay. And it worked. The kids loved it. And before you know it, they were out like a cow. The third eye, yep. Yeah, and even non-verbal, even the non-verbal ones, they don't need to speak to be able to do that, right? Kids will instinctively follow their parents or grandparents. And they're inquisitive. Kids are inquisitive. If they see you doing this, they're thinking, oh, this looks like fun, I'm going to try it. They might not understand it, but they'll try it, and the feeling that it gives them that feeling of relaxation. So it does work for kids and adults. Oh, bless. Well, definitely try this with them and let me know how you get on. It definitely worked a treat for my grandchildren. My grandchildren loved it. They absolutely loved it. And it's just because it's gentle butterfly strokes. And teach them to do it gentle butterfly strokes. And if they can't do it, you do it for them. Just say, right, have a seat, let mummy do some magic. Let's do some magic. And just gently tap their third eye and their crown chakras. It will make a huge difference to them. Oh, you're more than welcome. Oh, bless her. Yeah, my middle granddaughter is hyperactive, and her mum could never get her to sleep. Yeah, I got her to sleep no problem, just using that technique. So I do hope it helps. You can even teach them the breathing one. Let's breathe in for 5. Let's breathe out for 5. Kids love that as well. Turn it into a game. Kids love games. And especially if it's fun games and it's relaxation games and they're getting something out of it. It helps immensely. Well, if they don't like you touching them on their head, ask them to do it. Just say, look what I can do. Can you do this? No, I've got a butterfly tapping my head. Have you got a butterfly tapping your head? Anything like that. Oh, lovely. Oh, bless. As he gets older, he will start to understand. Especially if it's just gentle touches. I used to also give my grandkids Reiki. Reiki is fantastic for helping kids sleep as well. Just giving them a little bit of Reiki energy. I have 2 hyperactive parrots, and sometimes I have to give them Reiki at night. Otherwise, I can't go on and do a live because one of them is very hyperactive and finds it difficult to sleep. So I usually give the baby one kind of a little bit of Reiki to help them sleep at night. Oh, bless. But yeah, definitely give it a try. Oh, bless him. Yeah, anything is worth a try, and it's natural, and that's the beauty of it, is that it's natural. When my son, who has autism, was younger, they wanted to give him sleeping tablets, and I refused. I said, he don't need no drugs. Doesn't need any drugs to help him sleep. I'll help him sleep. And I used to teach him how to do the breathing when he was 7, and I also helped him to do the tap. And he didn't need any sleeping tablets after that. He just found it really soothing to do that. Okay, so we're now on to Gibby Sagittarius. Is it Gibby? I'm sure it's Gibby Sagittarius. Sometimes I can't even read my own writing. I don't know if we still have Gibby Sagittarius here. That's the next one on my list. Do we have... Do we have Gibby Sagittarius? Not sure if they've left. I'm sure it's Gibby. Gibby Sagittarius. Have we still got Gibby Sagittarius? If not, I'm just going to read the card anyway because I save my lives to my Lady Moonlight YouTube channel. For anyone that has to kind of leave the live, they can always catch their reading on my YouTube channel. Okay. Hello, Shannon Lee. Yep, Sibby Sagittarius. Thank you. Oh, you're okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, so the card is the Three of Cups. Two's company and three is always a crowd. Okay, so I feel that you are in a really good relationship. Whether it's a soulmate relationship, whether it's just a normal, happy, loving relationship. I feel that you're in this loving relationship. However, this card also comes with a little bit of a warning as well. Because they're saying there is someone maybe in your friend's circle that may be carrying that little green-eyed monster called jealousy, right? There's somebody in your friend circle or somebody around you that is quite envious of the relationship that you have because it's something that they long for. And a lot of the time, when somebody is unhappy in a relationship and they see somebody happy in a relationship, they can't take that, so they try and destroy that relationship. And often that entails Chinese whispers, talking behind back, trying to cause trouble in between that couple, if that makes sense. And you might not be aware of it, or you may be aware of it, if that makes sense. Karmic relations, yeah. Okay, so there is somebody stirring the cauldron. You know, it could very well be your mum, because let's face it, mums want the best for us, right? And sometimes our choice of partners is exactly what our parents would want us to have. But ultimately, as parents, we have to let our children, you know, we have to untie those apron strings, and we have to allow our children to go out into the world and have relationships for themselves, choose their own partners, choose their own relationship. And that can be hard as a mum, because mums want the best for their kids, right? You know, my mum wanted me to marry a wealthy businessman, etc., etc. It didn't happen. And you know, I ended up marrying an abuser. But you know, give my mum her due. She knew that he was an abuser and tried to warn me off. But, you know, if you fall in love with somebody, you fall in love with somebody, and, you know, there's nothing, you know, we have to learn whether that relationship works or whether it doesn't. We have to learn our own paths and our own mistakes. If it works out, fine. And I feel that you are in a really good relationship. But I feel, yes, if you're sensing that your mom isn't happy about it in some ways, she may well be stirring the cauldron and trying to make waves in that relationship. What this card is saying is the relationship that you have is strong enough to withstand any trouble that comes in between you. Because if you both realize that it's probably not done out of malice, it's probably done out of love and the need for your mom to have, you know, to make sure that you're in what she would see as the perfect relationship. But it's not her life or her path, right? It's yours and your partner's. And eventually, she will see how happy you are. But don't allow these ripples to continue for too long. Sometimes it's just a case of saying, look, we're together, we're happy. We would love you to be happy for us. And I'm not a kid anymore, I'm an adult. And, you know, if it works for me, it works for me. And if it doesn't, I have to learn that for myself. And, with, you know, let your mum know that you still love your mum. But at the same time, you know, if you need to gently say to her, you know, this is my relationship. This is my life, my path. I know you want the best for me. But so do I. I want the best for me too. And, you know, I have to find my own way. I have to live my own life for me, if that makes sense. Oh, you're welcome, Kay Davidson. Lovely to meet you. Yeah, yeah, mums can be like that, right? Mums can, so my mum hated my ex. Don't get me wrong. Towards the end, I hated my ex too, but you don't see it then, right? And we don't see what our mums see, and our mums don't see what we see. But know that your mum does this out of love. She doesn't do it out of malice, right? She just doesn't. It could just be jealous. Maybe your mum's had a rough time in her own marriage and she wants you to have a smoother time, right, in yours, right? But remember, it's not your mum's love relationship here, it's your own. And you have to do what's right for you and your partner. And eventually your mum will see it. And eventually, you know, and it will all work itself out. But don't let it get to the stage where it starts to cause ripples between you and your partner. You know, gently say to her, I love you dearly, Mum, and I know you want the best for me, but please allow me to live my life. And if that means making my own mistakes and learning from my own mistakes, that's the way it has to be. Thank you for getting me to adulthood, etc. But from here on in, I have to find my own path in life and just be gentle with them. Oh, bless. And that's what mums do. They compare the relationships to your relationships to the relationships they had. And it's completely the wrong way to do it, right? Because your relationships aren't her past relationships, right? She had her relationships in the past We all have past relationships. Heaven knows I kicked my ex-abuser to the side. Let me tell you, that release of 30 years of abuse was a godsend. But even though my mom and dad told me I was with the wrong person, you don't believe it and you don't see it. I had to learn that myself. Sadly, my mum and dad passed before they met my new partner, because I know without a shadow of a doubt, if they had met my new partner, they would have died happy. But they died knowing I was in abuse, and for all that I did try several times to leave my abuser and just couldn't escape from it. Luckily, my partner helped me to escape that abuse, but it was too late, sadly, for my mum and dad to see me happy. However, on saying that they are happy, I have communicated with them since their passing, and they gave me their blessing for my wonderful partner. He allows me time and space to do this work each night. He sits on his PlayStation and does his games or listens to his music or whatever and does his thing and allows me to do my thing. And then we spend the rest of the night together, which is lovely. And that's how good relationships should be, isn't it? So it will work itself out as a message of this card, because you have a relationship that is strong and sturdy. So I hope that helps. Yeah. Oh, bless. Well, at the end of the day, if your mum doesn't accept your relationship, that's not. Please don't take on your mum's sadness, or your mum's role in this, right? Because it can make you've done what you can. If you've already spoke to your mum and your mum's still not happy, again, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. With all the good intentions in the world, you can't make them drink, right? But you've let her know this is your life, this is, you're happy with your partner. And if she can't accept that, that's not your fault, and it's not your partner's fault either. It's something that your mum has to deal with. The issue lies with your mum and her judgments, okay? The issue was never you or your partner. So don't take on the blame and allow your mum to make you feel miserable, all right? Keep being happy, right? Keep being you. This is something you've already spoke to your mum and you've told your mum. You can do no more, sweetheart. There's nothing more you can do to help your mum. Breaking up with your partner may help your mum, but is it going to help you? No, of course it's not, right? It's going to make you miserable because you're not with the one that you love. You have to do what's right for you. Whether your mum comes round to that fact that you are happy and that no matter what she does or says, nothing's going to change the fact that you're happy, or whether she doesn't, that's for your mum to sort out. She has to come to terms with that herself. But please never take on your mum's, never take on sadness because your mum can't be there for you, can't give you her blessing. Whether, that's your mum's responsibility to be able to say, I either accept or I'm going to lose my daughter. I didn't like my daughter's boyfriend either. Still don't. Think he's a child abusing asshole, but that's beside the point. But you know, did I stop her from being with him? No, she had to learn. It hurt me as a mum because I know she was getting mixed up with an abuser. Sadly, I don't speak to my daughter now because she's also a child abuser because her dad abused her as well. So she was one of the unfortunate kids that abuse turned her into an abuser, and I can't condone that. And I had to make the sacrifice of cutting myself away from my daughter. So we all make hard decisions in our life, but we do what we have to do for us. Yeah, exactly. Oh no, it's okay. You know what? My daughter's an adult. She's responsible for her own actions. But I won't condone somebody that abuses my grandkids. She abuses my grandkids. And because I try to protect my grandkids, I'm now banned from seeing them. Social services and the police know that they are getting abused and do nothing. But my weapon was that I told my grandkids, being a psychic has its advantages because I saw it coming. So I told my grandkids, your mom and dad are going to stop you from seeing me. But when that happens, one thing I want you to take with you is that Gran always, forever will love you. And Gran's door is always open. And when you are 16, 17, and you are an adult in your own rights, you can come to my door anytime. And you don't need your parents' permission. So ultimately, the parents' karma will be that they will lose their children. And their children will return to me. Because they knew I was their safety net to protect them from abuse. So forewarning them helps me. I also told them about my Lady Moonlight YouTube channel. And I share these readings on my YouTube channel. So they know I constantly talk about my grandkids to say that I love them. Even though I can't see them, I still love them. And they know that. And they know that when they're older, they're going to come and find me. I know that they will. I see it coming in the future. But what I also see in the future as well, that the parents actually will lose their kids, not just their kids, but their grandkids as well, because children have long memories. And those children will not want their own children to be anywhere near their parents and go through the abuse. So ultimately, in time, it will come back to haunt them. The fact that they kept them away from a gran who loves them, protects them, is going to haunt them because in the end, they're going to lose their children. So I hope that that helps. Stay strong and do what's right for you. Whether your mum comes round to it or not, it doesn't matter. And never feel guilty about it. Never feel guilty that your mum isn't talking to you. And don't feel bad about it either, because that's her choice. She is the only one that can turn this around and say, do you know what? I'm putting my pride aside and I'm going to apologize to my daughter. Right? So stay strong in this. And don't feel guilty or don't feel bad or miserable. Right? That's what your mum wants you to feel. Right? And if you allow that to happen, it's going to put a strain on your relationship. Don't allow that to happen. Okay? It's your mum's choice now. You've laid the cards on the table. It's all down to your mum now, not down to you. In the meantime, be happy with the relationship that you have. Be there for each other. You're more than welcome, and I'm more than happy to help. Lovely to meet you, and I'm so glad you got your reading tonight. Okay, we've got Carrie Lou next. I don't know if we've still got Carrie Lou. Unfortunately, for anyone that's just joining me, the readings list is closed for tonight. But I'm back tomorrow picking another 7 names. But I also do mini readings on my profile. I have a readings list on my profile. There's a bit of a waiting list. Just go to that readings post and comment card, please. I add you to my readings list. And most days when I've got a little bit of spare time, I go through that readings list. And I do a mini reading on my profile and tag you in your reading when your name comes up on the list. So I hope that helps. Hello, Alana. If you go to my profile, the list tonight is for the live readings is closed. But if you go to my profile page, please feel free to put your name down there. I always just ask people, I direct people to the readings list because my live readings get so busy, and I'm writing down or ticking off names on tonight's list, so I don't want to get them confused and then miss out on a reading that's not on the list, if that makes sense. But there is a readings list on my profile page. Failing that, I'm back tomorrow and I pick 7 names at random. So I usually do a draw every night when I'm coming on for 7 names. And those 7 names get a reading. I will be back tomorrow night, 10 p.m. UK time. So thank you. Okay. So do we have Carrie Lou? Is Carrie Lou still here? Hello, Dana Bacon. Hello, Scottish me. Don't know if Carrie Lou is still with us, but I'm just going to shuffle the cards for Carrie Lou anyway, because these readings do get saved to my Lady Moonlight YouTube channel. The link to that is on my bio here on TikTok. It's my website. I have my natural product shop on there, and I also have all my social media links, including my Lady Moonlight YouTube channel. You're more than welcome. Okay, I don't think we've got Carrie Lou, so I'm just going to choose a card for Carrie Lou and read it anyway. And then hopefully Carrie Lou will be able to catch up with her reading on my YouTube channel. Okay, I also share this to my Facebook group, which is the Spiritual World of the Mystic Witch. Again, the link is on my website in the bio here on TikTok. Okay, so let's Carrie Lou. Okay. Okay, so the card for Carrie Lou, when she, hopefully she gets it on YouTube, is the Hermit. It's time to do some inner healing. It's time, you know, You've been hurt in the past by others or the world and its brother, right? And also you've maybe been taking on way too much, either regarding work or taking on other people's problems and trying to help other people. And it's having a big, huge effect on your emotional and your mental health, and the body's getting tired. So when the hermit comes in, it's asking you to retreat. It's time to get away from the rat race. Whether that's taking time off your work, going away for a weekend, being by the sea, going to walk in the woods, just having you time, just time to just breathe and be without having all the hassles of work and hassles of other people's problems, etc., piling up on you, right? Because the hermit speaks of sometimes we just need alone time. We need time to sit in silence, or to listen to music, or to walk in the park, or to walk barefoot along the sand and dip our feet into the cool waters of the ocean, or sit with our feet in a babbling brook and just chill, especially if it's a nice hot summer's day, and just let the worries of the world ease away from us and heal body, spirit and mind. Hi Dane Viken, how are you? So when you get this card, I hope you take on the hermit's advice, because giving yourself too much stress, too much worry and overloading yourself with work, etc., can have a huge impact on your health, both physical, emotional and mentally. And that's the last thing you want. The hermit is trying to get you to avoid this at all costs. So make sure that you set some time aside for healing time, for you healing time. That's not being selfish. That's being aware that you are worthy of self-love. You have to put yourself first. You're no good to anybody if your body and mind and spirit are tired or ill. So you need to make sure that your health, both mentally and physically and emotionally, is at top peak before you're even able to help others. And don't take on too much work is the message of this card. So I hope, Carrie Lou, when you get this will help you. Hello, Healing Conex. Okay. So we have Tracy, please. The one that went Tracy, please, please. And then we've got Love My Kids too. So we have Tracy, please. Do we still have Tracy, please? Please. The one that kept on saying Tracy, please, please during the choosing of. I just put it down as Tracy, please, please, because I thought it was so cute. So I don't know if she's still there. Yeah, there she is. Still here. Thank you. Let's pick a card for you, my love. Let's get the energy flowing. It's been some lovely readings tonight, and I've met some wonderful, wonderful people. So thank you all for your support as always tonight. And thank you for alerting me to all the negative Nancy's, because we don't do negativity here. If you're coming onto my live to harass me or to harass any of my viewers, consider yourself blocked. It's a peaceful place here, and that's the way I like to keep it. It don't cost nothing to be nice. Or as a little Thumper Rabbit in Bambi used to say, if you can't say nothing nice, don't say nothing at all. Okay. So let's see what we have for Tracy. Oh, you're more than welcome. Hello, Illinois Wayne. Unfortunately, the reading list for tonight is closed. I am back tomorrow at 10 p.m. UK time, or I do have a separate reading list on my profile here on TikTok. If you comment on that post on my profile, which is headed reading list, card please, I'll let you know that you're on my reading list. And every day I go through that list name by name, and I do individual readings on my profile and tag your name on your reading when I get to your name. You're more than welcome. Please feel free to put your name on that list. Everybody that's added to my list does get a reading on my profile. But I am also back tomorrow night as well. I always pick 7 names every evening. My little mini readings that I do live are quite long, which is why I only pick 7. So I hope that helps. Okay. So let's see what Tracy has. Tracy, you have temperance. All right. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I wanted a change. I needed my little infills done, so I thought, well, if I'm getting them done, I'm going to have a little bit of red and black sparkles on my nails tonight. So that's the colour I've kind of went for. I get drawn to different colours, and I like, sometimes the change is as good as the rest. I loved my moons and stars, but sometimes a nice change. And I thought, well, it's summer, so let's have a bit of witchy sparkles. So I do love the red and the black. So your card for tonight, Tracy, is temperance. All right? I find that you have taken life too seriously, right? It's all about work, helping others, doing the housework, doing everything, on your to-do list, etc. But the last thing that you have forgotten to do is to find that inner child and have fun. Let your hair down once in a while. Pamper yourself. Take a walk in the park, or sit on a swing, or sit on a roundabout. Do the things that your inner child used to do when it was younger. Dance, sing, whatever makes you happy. Because we forget how to play. We forget, but we're so busy working. And we forget to have fun. And we forget to have our hair done, our nails done, and do a little bit of self-love, self-care. Even just playing with our kids and our grandkids. We can learn so much from our inner child, but also from our kids and grandkids as well. When you see children playing, either in the garden or in the park, look at their faces. They have not got a worry or a care in the world. And that's because their minds aren't polluted with the politics, the control, and all of the, religious stuff and all the rest of it that we are bogged down with in this rat race that we call life. They have that innocence, that fun, that natural fun, exploration, and carefree way. And sometimes we forget to bring that inner child out as adults. And this card is all about bringing that inner child out and doing fun things that's going to please you. You know what your inner child used to like. It might be painting, it might be music, it might have been dancing, it might be making daisy chains, right? Throwing off our socks and shoes and paddling, wading in the sea. All of these things that we love to do as kids, we forget to do as we're adults. And we think it's not cool or not adult-like to sit on a swing and swing. I'm 57, let me tell you. If myself and my partner are walking through a park or whatever, and especially if it's in moonlight or sort of when all the kids are usually in their beds and we're going for a nighttime walk, you betcha I'm going to be aiming for the swings. Because sometimes just that motion of swinging with the wind in your hair takes you right back to when you were a child. And it's so carefree. But we forget to do that. Yeah, exactly. If someone put a spell on you as a child, if you feel somebody's put a spell on you as a child, then please let me know. You can DM me, and I can help you release that spell. All right. Doesn't cost you anything for that. I don't charge for my spells, but I will help you to release any curses. So I hope that helps. If you believe or you think that somebody has put a spell on you, whether they have or whether they haven't, it doesn't matter. The solution is healing anyway. So whether there is a spell on you, whether there isn't, it doesn't matter. The same process for releasing a spell is also the same process for healing. So it would heal that past childhood event. Oh, bless. No, there's nothing to dread from your reading, honey, because your reading is telling you. This is exactly, this is the thing. A lot of people do dread their readings because we're living in an adult mind, right? We're in an adult mind, so we automatically assume, governments fill us with negativity. You put on the news, it's negative. You read a newspaper, it's full of negativity. We're surrounded every day with negativity. I haven't watched a television program or a news channel in 8 years since I left my ex, because I don't want any of the negativity. Do I miss the television? Hell no. I'd rather sit with a deck of cards. I'd rather go for a walk or listen to music than listen to politicians trying to brainwash me. No, thank you. Don't need any of that. Throughout COVID, I never wore a mask, never took the vaccines, never took any government advice. I know my own worth. I know how to heal. I'm a witch. I'm a starseed and I'm an indigo child. I know how to heal myself. I don't need politicians who corrupt the mind of others, and it's all for mass control. I don't need that. I follow my own sort of path. And this is what this card is asking you to do. Step away from the rat race of life. Find that inner child. And just be that inner child, even if it's just for a day. And when we bring that inner child back out, we feel the innocence once more, and we feel the freedom to do what we want when we want. And we also learn that we don't have to take control from governments, from politicians, even from churchgoers, etc. Right? We don't have to take that control. We have free will, and we have the freedom to do what we want to do. It's only the masses, it's only the politicians that will tell you you don't have the freedom. You don't have choices. Yes, we do. You know, everything the government did regarding COVID was against the Human Rights Act. Did they tell you that? No. It's against the Human Rights Act to force anyone to wear a mask. It's against the Human Rights Act to force anyone to have vaccines. It's against human rights to force anyone to do something they not feel comfortable doing. Right? And then when you look at our Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, he was telling everybody throughout the COVID to stay indoors, to stay away from his family, to stay away from your friends during the lockdowns, while he and his ministers and his family were all partying in Downing Street. I rest my case. You're more than welcome. So I hope that helps. Time to find your inner child. Oh, you're so welcome. Time for you to have time for you to play. You know, take a walk in the park, sit on a swing, you know, go around, sit on a roundabout and get somebody to, you know, get your partner or whatever to push you around the roundabout. Feel that fun and joy that you had as a child. Let me tell you, it's the best healer on Mother Earth. When we find our inner child again and we step away from the rat race, you know, turn off the television, turn off the news, and just be one with you. It will make such a huge difference in your life. Yep. But you know what? If you take the right supplements and build your immune system, there is no disease on this planet that will make you ill. My everyday go-to to build my immune system is this little beauty here, Shield. It has vitamin C in it, and it has all the vitamins and minerals that I need to build up my immune system. One little sachet in a 5 ml bottle of water. Tastes like lemon juice. Tastes absolutely amazing. But I've been around people that have had COVID, and I've never caught COVID. You know, and the people I know that take this on a day-to-day basis like myself have never caught COVID, yet their relatives have. Speaks for itself. If you heal the body, there is no virus on this earth that is going to make you ill. Look after your body, and your body will look after you. It's nothing to do with foot and mouth. It's nothing to do with COVID or whatever else. It's going to, you know, foot and mouth, COVID, there's going to be diseases around us all the time. Your best defense against any diseases on this planet is making sure you get the right natural vitamins and minerals. And I've had a few people run to my shop and order the Shield, and they found a huge difference in their health. I love Shield. I won't go a day without it. Yep, vitamin C and zinc. Yep. Yeah, exactly, Lindsay. And it has all of that in the shield that I take. Has the zinc, the vitamin C, vitamin D. I think it has vitamin A in here as well. Um, there is just, it's packed full of immunity building minerals and herbs, and I just love it. And a lot of people will say to me, how did you survive through COVID without even, without vaccines, without, wearing a mask, etc., etc. And I said, I build my immune system. It's the easiest solution in this world. Build your immune system. The COVID virus was man-made. And if you look away from all the propaganda from politicians, you realize that they're not telling you the truth, right? Every year, population grows, not just in this country, in all countries. And governments around the world are petrified that we're going to get overcrowded. So they get their scientists to invent all of these wonderful diseases like COVID, etc. And if you look back at the beginning of COVID, who was the first generations to catch COVID? It was the elderly. Elderly in old folks' homes were the first ones to die. Did the government give them fast vaccine aid? No, they didn't. It was mass cull of the population. And then all of a sudden, COVID stops. And then they bring something else like foot and mouth. And eventually that stops. And then there'll always be something else. But we can avoid all of that and just build our immune system. Build your immune system up first and foremost, and you can't go wrong. Exactly, Lindsay. There you go, exactly. I've never taken, when I was a kid, I had no option because mums always give you medicines from the GP. And every pharmaceutical medicine I've ever had in my life has made me ill. Now as an adult, because I can do my own thing, herbal all the way. I will not go into a pharmacy or ask a doctor for a prescription. It's herbal all the way for me. And I can't even remember the last time I was ill. So it just goes to show you it does work. And somebody asked me the other day as well, if herbs are so good at what they do, why do the pharmaceutical companies not tell us about it? Let me tell you why. Did you know that if you get a packet of pills, any pills, it could be painkillers, it could be hay fever tablets, whatever. For one pill, pharmaceutical companies get on average £3 or $3 per pill. Multiply that by the world's population, right? The pharmaceutical companies are making absolute billions, trillions of pounds and dollars for making you ill. And if you open your medication, what's the first thing you see? A little document inside there, right? And what's on that little document? It's a list of possible side effects. And most of us don't read that list, right? But if we did, we wouldn't go near pharmaceutical medicines in the month of Sundays. Could cause heart attack. Could cause blood clots. could cause high blood pressure, could cause migraines, could cause breathing problems. Why in hell would we go near that? But yet millions of people do. They have to put the possible side effects on there to cover their asses if things go wrong, which a lot of the time it does. You just need to look at the vaccines and the people that died after having the vaccine. Yep. Exactly. Exactly, Nick Tag. Yep. It does. But so does green tea. I use a Vera green tea. I drink a Vera green tea every day. It has 200 health benefits. Not 200 health benefits just by drinking green tea. Pharmaceutical companies don't want you to know this, because if everybody on this planet turned to natural herbal remedies, pharmaceutical companies would go bust. They would literally go bust. They are relying on the public to buy their medications. It's crazy. The green tea that I don't know if I've got a little sachet. I use this green tea. It's a Vera green tea. It's made from green tea extract. So it's made from the stem cell of the green tea plant. You have the stem cell and you have the leaf. Most health shop green teas use the green tea in the leaf. But the leaf is full of like ash and junk as well. So you it's diluted green tea that you get in health shops. Whereas the Avera green tea is pure green tea stem cell. So there's none of the ash, there's none of the junk from the leaf. It's all green tea. It has natural sweetener in it. It's not got artificial sweetener. It has natural sweetener in it. Comes in 6 flavors. You simply just add a sachet to water. This one is sweet tea flavor, but we have orange, passion, we've got strawberry and lemonade, we've got raspberry and pineapple, and we've got, what's the other ones? I'm trying to think of all the different, pomegranate and mango is another one that we've got. So we've got, and we've even got a mocha. There's a mocha flavour green tea as well. And you can get this on my website. I have a shop on my website that sells this. But this one sachet has 200 health benefits. So I have 1 green tea a day and 1 shield a day. That's all I need for ultimate health. You're more than welcome. So I love helping people, especially when it comes to their health. I've never been ill in years, absolute years, and it's because of these supplements. I will not compromise my health for anyone, and neither should you really. And I had one lady say to me, "Oh, but my vitamin pills are cheaper than your green tea ones, so I'd rather have them." Yeah, did you know that there's a lot of ash and glue and lots of chemicals in your vitamins tablets that bind those tablets together? By the time your digestion system breaks those vitamin tablets down, you're only getting 5% of the vitamins and minerals that's in that tablet. Because our supplements are like sherbet. They're like sherbet stabs. And they dilute in water. It gets straight into the bloodstream, and you're getting 98% of the vitamins and minerals that are in those herbal supplements compared to your solid tablets from pharmaceuticals. Big difference. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the green tea tastes amazing. At the minute, if you're in the UK, I think we're out of stock of the green tea at the minute. But we have Ignite, which is 3 times the amount of green tea. The only difference between the green tea and the Ignite is if you lack energy, the Ignite's going to give you energy. Ignite is also a thermogenic. So if you've got weight loss, if you need weight loss as well as good health, taking one Ignite every day is going to give you the same benefits as green tea, but there is 3 times one sachet in our Ignite. But it's also going to burn fat as well naturally. So if you're wanting good health, but you also want to lose weight, Ignite is the way to go as well. We have Ignite. So, you know, a lot of people will mock the supplements that I take because they'll say, well, they're expensive. Well, not really. I take out a subscription. So, for example, my green tea is something like £59 a month for green tea. Break that down over a month. It's about £1 per sachet, which is nothing really, to give you good health. It's the same with the Shield Immunity. It's less than £1 a month when I take it out on subscription, and it's so worth it. And if you are like me and you take it daily for daily health, I joined the company because I get 25% instant commission back on everything that I buy as well. So when I initially joined Avira, it wasn't to sell the products to other people. My friends and family were more than welcome to click on my shop link and buy it if they wanted to. I bought it because I wanted to improve my health. But the added advantage that I had in joining the company was that I got 25% instant commission. So if I bought my green tea for £59 and put that order through, 10 minutes later I got 25% commission back. It's instant, and I can use that commission to spend on more products if I wanted to. So it worked out better for me to join the company, which doesn't cost anything. It's just an application form that you fill in on my shop site, and you get an answer within 60 days if your application is accepted. You get your own shop link, and then everything that you buy on that shop link for yourself, or if you pass that shop link to family and they buy, you're going to get 25% commission back on everything that you buy out of your own shop. But if your family want those health products as well, they buy it and you get the 25% commission. So for me, it worked out better because it meant I could get my supplements for both myself and my partner at a discount price. Yes, I initially pay full price, but I get 25% commission back 10 minutes after I've placed and paid for my order. And to me, that's great because I can use that commission to buy more supplements the next time. Yep. Hello, Ruby Pearl. I would love to, but time is almost like 2 o'clock in the morning here, and I still have Love My Kids reading to do. Are you on my other reading list? Let me have a look. On my profile one. Let me have a look. No, you're not, but I'm going to put you on my profile one, Ruby Pearl. I know there's a bit of a waiting list for that, but I've got you on my profile reading list. It's just because I've been doing 8 readings tonight instead of the 7. I wanted to do a special birthday one for a lady that supports me in everything that I do. So she's also one of my moderators. So it was her birthday today, so I did an extra one. But I put you on my profile one. If I've got time at the end, I will try and fit you in, but it depends on how quickly I can get through these readings, honey. Okay. Love My Kids Too is on the list next. Do we have Love My Kids Too? There she is. Oh, hers is my friend's is tomorrow, but she wanted me to do a reading for her. Oh, wonderful. Yay. Lots of birthdays. Okay. Let's pick a card for Love My 2 Kids. So I'm just going to get some energy flowing into these cards. Okay. Let's see. We have had some amazing readings tonight. Now, as I'm shuffling these cards, I'm getting the name Ashley. And I don't know if Ashley means anything to anyone, but I feel it's an Ashley, female Ashley, because I know that there's a male and a female. This is a female Ashley in spirit. So if anyone can place an Ashley in spirit. If not, it doesn't matter. Sometimes spirit just shout out names. If they shout out a name, I shout it out too. Okay. So let's just give these a good shuffle. Okay. So the card that I have for you is the 5 of Cups. And the 5 of Cups speaks of emotions. And I feel that just recently your emotions have been all over the place. Right? And whether that's the time of the month, whether it's just the emotions that we go through as parents, whether it's everything that could go wrong has gone wrong, etc. But also I feel that you're a born worrier as well, right? You worry about everything. You worry about your children, you worry about your family, you worry about, you know, anyone that's got problems, that kind of thing. Yep, stressful emotions. Exactly. You know, and so this card reminds us there is no point in crying over spilt milk, right? When things go wrong, they go wrong. Sometimes it can be unavoidable, right? Life never goes smoothly. I always say life is a roller coaster ride. You have your ups and you have your downs, right? Depends on how tightly you hold on while you're going through that roller coaster. But ultimately, you know, we put ourselves through so much stress because we worry about things. And then at the end of the day, when we look back, we think, do you know what? I don't know what I was worried about. Because it sorts itself out in the long run. Right? And it's true what they say. If you spill a jug of milk or a cup of milk, you can't pick it up. And, you know, you can't scoop it up off the floor and drink it. Right? So there's no point in crying over it. You simply wash out the glass and fill it up again with fresh milk. Right? Because the damage is already done. It's the same with life. Things are inevitably going to go wrong from time to time. If we can just take a positive look at things rather than a negative look at things when they do go wrong, we can so change that. For example, you know, if you break a mug, it's not the end of the world. We can go into a shop and buy a new mug. You know, for some people, breaking a mug can be a massive thing. That mug may have sentimental value or sentimental meaning, etc. But at the end of the day, it's a mug. Right? It's a utensil to hold water, coffee, liquids, or whatever. And although it will never be the same mug, you know, as far as the sentimentality goes, we have the memory of being gifted that mug by someone. And that's more important than the actual physical mug. It's all about taking negative things that happen in our lives and turning them into a positive. For every negative, we can find a positive. We just have to look for it. Right? And the things that do go wrong, learn from them. Why did they go wrong? How can I avoid them going wrong in the future? When we take things that have gone wrong and we take stress and we try and turn it around by saying, okay, what caused that stress? How can I eliminate that stress in the present and the future so that I don't get so stressed again? Find ways around it, right? If there's a huge pothole in the road, are you going to drive right over the top of the pothole? Of course not, right? You're going to find a way around it. If a tree has fallen in the middle of the road, are you going to ram your car right through the tree to try and get past it? Of course you're not. You're going to turn around and find another route or another way around it. It's the same with obstacles in life. It's inevitable we're going to hit an obstacle in life. And we can either try and ram it and make things worse, or we can find another solution to it. And if it's something that we're trying to do and we fail at it, try again. Just try a different way. Just try a different method. And that can be about anything in life. I don't have very much vision. And the first time I joined Avira, my first sale, I got a bonus of a pair of magnetic lashes. And I thought to myself, oh, great. I've got a set of magnetic lashes. One, I have to find a way of putting the liner on. And then I have to put the lashes on without poking my bleeding eyes out. This is going to be fun. But then I stopped and thought about it. The lashes were very pretty. My own lashes aren't that great. And I could certainly do with a little bit of longer lash. So I thought of a solution. How can I be able to wear my magnetic lashes when I want to, when I have very little vision? So I went shopping and I found a 20 times zoom mirror. And using that zoom mirror, I found a solution on how to put my liner on using a magnetic mirror. I also used that magnetic mirror magnified mirror to put my lashes on. Job done. I found a way around it. And we can do the same with any problem in life. But sometimes we get stressed in the moment, and the last thing we're looking for is a detour or a route round it. We often find that it's easier to scream at others or to scream at the kids because they're stressing us out, or scream at the neighbours because the neighbours have blocked our driveway, or whatever the case may be. Oh, yeah, that can cause stress. Thank you so much for the roses. Yeah, that just things like that can cause stress. I hate that when that happens. They cancel and you forgot they've cancelled it, and you go all the way there only to find it. That reminds me of when I used to work as a carer, and it was the worst winter ever. And I was one that I didn't like take time off my work because I loved helping others, especially when I was working with autistic adults. And it was my work kept me away from my abusive ex back then. And my abusive ex said, "You can't go out in that, it's a blizzard out there. What if you don't get home?" And I said, "Well, they haven't phoned me to say stay at home, so I'm going to get the bus and I'll get there and hope for the best." It took me longer on the bus because the roads were bad, obviously, so it took me 3 hours instead of half an hour to get to my work. When I got to my work, my manager turned around and said, "Why are you here? The weather's really bad. We've got a replacement for you because we didn't expect you to come out in the blizzard. You can just go back home." And I said, "But I've just spent 3 hours traveling here." "Oh, it's okay. You'll still get paid for your shift, but just go back home." So I had to spend another 3 hours traveling back, whereas one phone call from my manager could have avoided me a 3-hour journey in the snow. So yeah, I kind of get that. Nancy, I already answered that question twice earlier on in my reading, and the answer's still the same. Yes, everything's going to go fine on your wedding. So I hope that helps. Find positive ways. I know it's easier said than done, right? Because we get into the moment and we scream or we shout, or I kind of just lock myself in the bathroom. I used to, especially when I was with my ex, I used to go into the bathroom and I used to grind my teeth and throw the face cloth at the wall or whatever. Or I would go into the kitchen and make the dinner and the pots and pans got it. Anything to release that stress and tension, right? Luckily, I don't have a lot of stress and tension because I have a wonderful partner now, so life's a little bit easier. But whenever I hit a problem in life, I always think of a positive. I turn my negative into a positive. For example, if you're going to the shop and it takes you a 20-minute walk to the shop, and you go and for whatever reason that shop's closed, again, that can be annoying, right? And we can get irritated. I've walked all this way. But think of the health benefit. You've just done a 20-minute walk to the shop, and you're going to do a 20-minute walk back. So you're giving yourself exercise that you would not normally have gave yourself had you not gone to the shop. So there's always positives in everything that is negative. We just need to spend a little bit of time finding those positives. Without reading her card, Jeffrey, I have no idea. But thank you anyway. You're more than welcome. So I hope this helps. And of course, my DM box is always open. If you need help with stress or you need solutions with stress, etc. I've got 101 solutions for stress. But ultimately, finding a positive in any negative, it's always there. We just forget sometimes to look for it because we're too busy screaming at the kids or, kicking a tree or kicking a wall or a door or whatever the case, or pulling our hair out, whatever it is we do to sort of try and make ourselves feel better. And it's usually our loved ones that we hit out at, isn't it? But there is always a positive. Sometimes it's a case of just taking a deep breath and thinking, right, stop, take a deep breath. Where's the positive in this situation? Where can I find the positive in the situation? And then carry on from there. So I hope that helps. Okay. Ruby Pearl, I'm going to fit in a very quick one for you. And then this has to be the last card of the night. I would love to spend all evening with you folks because you are all amazing. But unfortunately, my poor partner gets neglected when I do my readings. And I've been doing these readings since about 10:30. It is now almost 2:30. So it's a long 4 hours. But I love doing my readings as well, but I also love to spend a bit of time with my partner as well. You're more than welcome. So I don't know, is Ruby Pearl still with us? Oh, thank you, Shipper Brain. Hello, Helen. I don't know if Ruby Pearl's still with us. Lindsay Lee, you're more than welcome. But you know what? You are all amazing as well, and never forget that. I couldn't do what I do without all of you being here, so thank you. I don't know where Ruby went. I don't know if Ruby Pearl's still with us. Hello, Lisa. I'm not sure if Ruby Pearl's still with us. I did say if she was still with us, I would squeeze in a card reading for her. But only if she's still here. Hello, Jennifer. Hello, I would love to answer all those little mini questions, but without a card reading, etc., I couldn't answer questions because, especially if it's a question about will somebody come back to you, ultimately, at the end of the day, we can't change somebody's free will. If somebody wants to walk out of our life for whatever reason, the only person that will know whether they will come back to you or not is them. And there's nothing that we can ultimately do to bring somebody back. I know that when I left my ex, unfortunately he was an abuser, but when I left my ex, I knew I would never go back. Never. And that was my choice and that was my free will. So with questions as to, whether partners will return, ultimately that fate lies in the hands of the partner that walked out, sadly. I am doing well. Unfortunately not, Lisa, because I'm about to wrap up the readings for tonight. I was going to do a card reading for Ruby Pearl, but I think she's disappeared. And because it's really late here, but I have put Ruby Pearl on my other list for anyone that would like a reading out with my live readings. I do have a readings list on my profile here on TikTok. It's on my pinned post and it is entitled Reading List. If you comment card, please, I do add you to my reading list. I will say that you're on my readings list. This is my current reading list, so there is a little bit of a waiting list, but every day I'll pick a name from top to bottom. As I go through each name, I do a reading on my profile and I tag that name on that reading, and then I go to the next one. Anyone can put their name on this reading list, but as I said, there is a waiting list because I do get busy with paid readings and Reiki healings, as well as spending time with my wonderful partner as well. So my days are really, really jam-packed. So there is a bit of a waiting list for those readings. I am back tomorrow evening at 10 p.m. And I pick 7 names during my live readings. And you get a reading, a mini reading from me if you're picked on that list. So that's different ways of getting a reading from me. Yeah, definitely. Lisa, you're more than welcome. Please feel free to put your name on my readings list. I'd be happy to do a reading for you on my profile. Okay. Well, with that said, I think Ruby Pearl has disappeared or fell asleep, one of the two. So I'm going to say goodnight to everyone. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. You have made my work here so much easier because you are all wonderful. So thank you so much for the roses, for the likes, for the follows. You are all, you know, TikTok is my home. I've been doing readings on Facebook and Instagram for years. And it's a totally different audience over on Facebook and Instagram. My home is definitely TikTok because there are some amazing people here. And you've all made me feel so welcome. So thank you all for all that you do. Oh, you're more than welcome, Lindsay. It's lovely to meet you. Ah, Lisa, I'm also in Scotland. Where about in Scotland are you? I'm in Fife. Small world. It's a small world. I live in Fife. Oh, not so far from me then. We go to Glasgow a lot. In fact, we were there 2 weeks ago. We did a little bit of shopping and we went for lunch at Marble Cuisine, which is our favourite sort of world buffet place. Absolutely amazing place. We love it there. So nice to meet you. Okay, well, good night everyone, and thank you so much for spending some time with me and allowing me to read for you all. I will be back tomorrow evening, 10 p.m. UK time. where I will be doing a card of the day, and I will do another draw for 7 people to get a reading on my live. Failing that, anyone that would like a reading and doesn't mind waiting on a waiting list, on my profile, I have a readings list. Simply comment card please. I will add you to that readings list. And every day I go through that readings list and I do little mini readings on my profile, and I tag you in your reading when I've done your reading. And anyone can be added to that list. But I look forward to seeing you tomorrow evening. If you want to join me for another evening, everyone's welcome. So take care. Have a great rest of the Friday night, everyone. Well, it's Saturday morning here in Scotland, but have a wonderful evening, everyone. Love and bright blessings to absolutely all of you. And thank you for joining me. Take care, everyone. And for anyone that's missed any of this live, on my profile, I have a website. On that website, there are links to all my social media groups, etc. If you go to my YouTube channel, Lady Moonlight, all these lives are recorded and placed on there. So if you've missed any of my lives, you can go and rewatch them anytime on my Lady Moonlight YouTube channel. And it's also on my The Spiritual World of the Mystic Witch Facebook group. Okay, so with that said, love and blessings to you all. Have a great evening. See you all tomorrow. Love you all. You too, Nancy. Thank you so much. Whoops. Sometimes TikTok is slow to close, so bear with me, folks. There we are.